Good evening to everyone, and welcome to our new live stream about the election in Illinois. This is a very important live stream. I just want to say to you, you're going to have a very competitive election in the Democratic primary, and this is what all of this is about. It's really about understanding the Democratic primary. We have a lot of House races as well, and in Pennsylvania, we do have some interesting two races, two special elections as well. This is just now around 9 minutes until polls close, so we still have a bit of time. It's now only 8 minutes or so. But yeah, we're gonna have results pretty quickly, I assume. At least in the state of Illinois, usually we have results faster because of the early vote and the absentee vote as well. That combination of votes that are already counted, that will help getting votes faster, but it's not necessary. It doesn't mean that, this can still take a lot of time because we got a lot of election day turnout, especially in places like Chicago. Also, Lake County, I've been tracking here. I can show to you. Let me just show here to you in Lake County. So, right now in Lake County, we already have 42,000 votes that were already casted today. And as you can see here, this is the vote by mail and also the early voting. So, they got early in person voting, and they also got vote by mail. So you have that weird combination in Illinois, which could result in a little bit of delay because you have, for the mail-in vote, you can wait up to 14 days after the election in order to actually get a overview of the results. So if this is very close today, you might need to wait for 14 days. I hope that isn't the case, but yeah, we never know. We literally never know. So right now, I think we're 7 minutes away from polls close. I'm sorry, I'm just doing stupid stuff. Okay, here we were now 7 minutes and 22 seconds now until polls close in Illinois. I'm just checking here some information in the phone. Okay, where is it? It's right here. Okay. Yeah, so right now I can show here to you as well some interesting stuff. So in the NBC News website, we have here an estimation of turnout by both the Republicans and the Democrats. I'm sorry, here my face is not in a very great position. Let me just take it out. So as you can see here, we have 1.3 million votes expected in the Democratic primary and around 774,000 in the Republican primary. So we still have a long way to go in this way. And the Democratic primary, of course, expect to have a better turnout. Why? Because it's Democratic state. This is Illinois, for God's sake. It's not Arkansas or Texas or any other state. It's Illinois. It's very Democratic. Harris won by around 14 or 15 points, somewhere in the vicinity of that. I can check if you want. I don't know. Maybe I can check it here. I'm just here in the Georgia's 14th. It doesn't matter. It's not what I want. As you can see here, Harris won by 11. I was overestimating Harris, which doesn't really matter here. But yeah, as you can see, we are actually it's a very very democratic state. Why? Because of the city of Chicago. It's actually quite simple result. But as you can see here, it's ballpark. It's partially because of Chicago. The whole map of Illinois, in terms of you would say that the argument that many Democrats have, which is in fact true, land doesn't vote, people do, because this area around Chicago is very, very big population wise, but it's not big in terms of size, but it's because of the concentration of population. If you check here in terms of the size of lead, maybe I can show to you here. Look at this. This is the size. Each of one of these dots represents population in terms of margin. So as you can see here, it doesn't represent population because there are some counties here that were very close because they're suburban counties. But as you can see here, Chicago is the biggest by a very lopsided margin. All of those Republican counties are actually very big in terms of number, very big in terms of land, but not actually big in terms of the people that vote there. So that's actually not a very interesting stuff that you need to take into account when we're looking into Illinois, because probably getting votes from Republican areas, from all of the smallest parts in the state, but then you need to focus on where is Chicago, because Chicago is ultimately what matters in the state of Illinois. So if you don't have Chicago, you cannot have a full image of the state, because I don't know the exact percentage. I can check it right here, but Cook County, which is Chicago, you have Chicago and the suburbs around it. I can show you here in CNN. You do have here. So this is Chicago. This is Chicago, and then you have the suburbs around it. I just want to check here Cook County population share, because it's really, really big. You don't know how big Cook County is. If it were a state by its own, it will be a very big state, bigger than Rhode Island, for example. It has 40% of Illinois' total population. So, yeah, I didn't know this by heart. I just checked it on Google, just a very quick research. So basically, Chicago, not Chicago, it's Cook County. So Cook County is Chicago and the Cook suburbs just around it. So this is Cook suburbs, and then you have Chicago. Chicago is the municipality. This is also another time why Illinois takes so long to count votes, because you have votes that comes not into a not national but state authority. They go through all of the municipalities, and then you put all the data together, and then it is how they compute all of this stuff. So it's really hard to get an image of how much votes are outstanding and all that stuff. So that's why, yeah, it's very hard to predict. That's why Illinois is such a very competitive. I'm sorry, not a competitive, but in terms of a, if this is very close today, we might not see the result today. We might need to wait for those 14 days until the every ballot vote, or I'm sorry, every mail-in ballot can be actually tabulated and counted. So this is really what's going to happen. I mean, we don't have any choice. But as you can see here now, we only have, I'm sorry, this is 2024. We only have now 3 minutes until polls close in the state of Illinois. So we're almost there. We're almost there, which is amazing news. 2 minutes and 51. I'm just gonna make a quick break, and I'll be back as soon as polls close. So as you can see here, we're only now 41 seconds until polls close in Illinois. I suspect we're gonna get results pretty quickly. At least that's my hope when it comes to this election. But we only have to wait now 30 seconds, and I don't know how many people is watching, because really I'm not here looking into the live stream. I can check it right now. So we have 2 people watching. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you have 3 people watching. Okay, that's really great. And I mean, you can ask your questions again if I'm here able to answer you or not. But I suspect I'll be quite happy to answer to you, to every one of your questions. And now it's midnight in Portugal. Really, it's 7 p.m. in Illinois. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time now, the time of New York. And polls just closed in the beautiful state of Illinois. And we're gonna have results pretty quickly. Also, another very important stuff that's very important. We're gonna have 2 elections in Pennsylvania for state house members, which is also very interesting stuff as well. But it's not a huge deal. It's only 2 people. It's going to be reelected, but it matters. I mean, everything matters. And the Democrats want to overperform previous Democrats, and the Republicans, same thing. So now we have 4 people watching. That's a record. I mean, amazing today. You can subscribe to the channel if you're new as well to help the channel grow even more. Now we have 232 subscribers after all of that bad live stream last week, because I mean it was really bad. I just want to say that YouTube removed my YouTube channel on Tuesday because of spam, deceptive practices, all of that stupid stuff that didn't happen, at least in my view, and YouTube then reinstated my channel. We also got an election in Virginia tonight, as you can see over here. Let me just, this is not loading. Why is it not loading? It can load. Okay, so we got an election in Virginia, and this is a very Republican district, but it's not Republican plus 30. This was a district that Trump won by 15 points in 2024, and now it went by 30 points to the Republicans. It's mostly everything is in, just the provisional ballots are not in, but that is a residual percentage, doesn't really matter. So as you can see here, you might think, I can see here, you only have 67 votes remaining, so it's mostly everything in. You might look at this and you think, oh God, so the Republicans are going to have a beautiful midterm election, because you look at this and overperformance, 15 points, and you're going to extrapolate everything out of this. That is not correct to do. That's why I'm just saying that you should not do that stuff. Hello, my friend. Hello. Thank you. How are you? How are you? That's really the problem. The question here. Let's just go here to Illinois. We don't have anything, to be honest, as it was expected. Only 2 minutes after polls close. Let's just check in Pennsylvania, because we can have something or not. Let's just go here to State House 79. We were basically awaiting results, still nothing. And also in the 193 district, we are still waiting results. It's basically like 10,000 votes or so we're gonna expect in those two elections. It's not a really big deal, but it matters. I mean, it's every vote, every election matters. We don't have anything in CNN. We don't have anything in NBC News as well. Let's just move to the New York Times. New York Times uses Associated Press for the results, if I'm not mistaken, and CNN uses a different stuff. But I think NBC News uses the same as Decision Desk. I'm sorry, as the New York Times. Let's just go here to not this one here. This is Cook County. Have 1,430 precincts, really big. And here we're now getting 82,000 votes. And yeah, nothing to be reported. This is just turnout. Let's just check here if we do have something in Clarity County results. Yeah, we don't have anything. It's only 310 precincts. Let me just check where this county is. Yeah, where it is a county. I'm just trying to find, as you can see here, I'm just trying to find Clarity County. It's somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken. This is quite a big county. I mean, to get, or it's here. I'm not really finding Clarity County, but okay. I'm sorry, Will County. What I'm doing, Will County is here. It's here. I mean, I checked this earlier today. It's here. Will County, as you can see, very competitive. So this will be very interesting as well to watch. Now we just have results. Look at this. It's over. It's not over. I'm just kidding. But as you can see here, we have results, and the Democrats in the Democratic primary have two. It's a very competitive election between Juliana Stratton and also Raja. I'm not going to say his name. I'm sorry, because I don't really know how to pronounce it, and I'm not going to do an assassination of his name, to be honest. Here we have 31% in, so that's actually in the ballpark. Probably it's the election day vote, I suspect, or the mail-in votes that they already have tabulated. We don't know. We don't really know, so that's shit. But as you can see here as well, in CNN, we also have the same county, so that's actually the same thing, and here, it's the same thing. So we're not having anything new out of this. So now we can check also Pennsylvania again. We don't have anything. And we can also go again to Illinois. So yeah, Illinois have 1% in the Democratic side. In the Republican side, Tracy's winning by 27 points. It's actually big. Okay, it's over here. Less turnout so far in the Republican side than in the Democratic side. I suspect we have less percentage in. I'm sorry. 14%, yeah, makes sense. So this is probably the early vote. At least it makes sense to be the early vote, at least according to the votes we already have, and the lower turnout in the Republican side. This means that this should be the early vote. It could be other thing, but At least so far, it looks like it may be. Are you more interested in Portuguese politics or American politics? That's a great question. I mean, right now, American politics, because in Portuguese politics we were only gonna have elections in 2029 because we got like presidential for the parliament all of the same time mostly, and now we need to wait a lot until we have actual elections. That's going to be a very tough year because we're going to have like presidential and for the parliament and also for the mayoral elections in Portugal at all at the same time in 2029. But so far, until then, we basically don't have elections, so we need to wait a lot. So right now, until 2029, I might be more focused on American politics, and also have the midterms and the presidential, and also the another odd year election. We're going to have Kentucky and also Mississippi and all of those states going into governor's elections. Now we have 5 people watching. Let's go. Let's just go because it's really important to get more people here. I think I'm doing a quite great job. You can tell me otherwise if you want. Are those 2 special elections in Pennsylvania battleground seats or do not expect to be competitive? That's a great question. I don't really know because I didn't study it, but I can tell you something about it. This election here is here around Blair counties. This is very Republican territory, so I don't suspect that this is competitive territory at all. But if you go to this one here, is around Cumberland County and also Adams County. Cumberland County, as you know, it's a county that has been trending away from the Republican Party a lot since Trump since Trump got into the scene in 2016. So this was a county that, for example, in 2012, Republican candidate got a much higher share of the vote than Trump got in 2016, and Trump lost more in 2020. And it was one of the fewest counties that Harris did better. I can show it to you here, so you can know what I'm talking about. So this is Cumberland County. As you can see here, 1.1 points more Democratic. It's not significant, but all of the state of Pennsylvania, at least majority of the places, especially Democratic places, went towards the Republicans, and this one was not. So that's actually a difference, a little bit of a difference, and you can actually understand that. And you have Adams County. That one is a Republican, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just go to Illinois again. We're still in the bold part. We're still in the same way. So yeah, let me just try here to search something if you do have any vote new. Where it is right now. So what are the Illinois rules for runoffs? Will the damn primaries in Illinois go to runoffs? Someone doesn't get 50%. I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure about it, but I don't think that happens. It's not like Texas. I'm sorry. It's not like Texas. Texas has the runoff if the candidates don't reach 50%, but I don't think Illinois has that rule. Now we have 4 people watching. We got like 7 before a little while ago. Let's just go here. So we're still at the same point. This is very slow, at least so far. In 2024, it was quite fast, if you will. Let's just check here because you can check how it was in 2024. So as you can see here in 2024, we actually got a share of expected. I'm sorry. Turnout reported. As you can see here, it was very slow at first, but then after 9 p.m., so in about 51 minutes from now, it started to become much faster. And then we got around 92% of the votes by 5 a.m. Eastern time, which I won't be here like 100% because I'll have to be at university by that time. So yeah, I'm not gonna be here. That's just a for sure thing you have. So and we don't have any new things. Let's just go to here as well. Yeah, we're still at the same in every. Okay, we didn't. I'm sorry. I was saying we got more in the Republican primary, but that is not true. I'm sorry. Here we're still at the same, even though for controller in Illinois, we actually have a very competitive race, only a point separating. Let's open that race because that could be important. Also check house races because we do have some very important around. We have that one. The house races are very important, especially around Illinois' metro area of Chicago. That's actually where it's going to be more important. You look at Illinois. This is the house map. I'm just going to show to you over here. This is the house map, and it's a lot in terms of. Let me just take here this. As you can see here, is very gerrymandered. Look at the district here. We're getting results around from Springfield. It's like a snake, so that's actually terrible in terms of democracy. When people talk about democracy and you see that those things, it's you just lose hope, if you will. Now on the Republican side, we actually have some projections as well because they're non-opposed, they're unopposed. So that's what we already have, basically that are uncontested. In the key races, we don't have anything new. And in terms of the races that we're getting results, the 13th, let's just check how that thing is. Illinois House map is an abomination. It is, but there are some states like it. You can check, for example, let me think about now a state that is like Illinois. Probably can think about a state like, it's not easy to find a state like Illinois, to be honest, because Illinois is really, really bad. But for example, Ron DeSantis in Florida is trying to redraw the map in order to favor Republicans, of course. And that new map, or that new suggestion of map in Florida, probably will be at the same level of Illinois. But it's really hard to identify a map, at least in the current state of the things right now, as bad as Illinois. That's really the point. Maryland is very hard to get Republican districts. I tried already a couple times, and it's not easy to find. It's not easy to get Republican districts because of the way the voters are. It's not easy. It's not something you do a district and you get votes because it's like in Massachusetts. You can say that Massachusetts is gerrymandered because it only has Democrats when the Republicans represent like 30 or 35% of the share of the vote. But it's not easy to get Republican seats out of there. It says it's just a point. It's just a point. It's not easy. That's why sometimes we're not being fair when we consider that it's gerrymandered. And I understand this. The problem with FPTV system, which is the system it's used in America. So we basically select a candidate in districts. In Portugal, we don't have that. In Portugal, we have proportional representation, which is much better for smaller parties and also in terms of getting the real vote. But I mean, that's it. We cannot do anything. Now we got another vote here. McLean County. Look at this. Very close. Only 2 points. I'm sorry, not 2 points, 2 votes. It's really, really astonishing what are we getting so far. Very, very, but only 16%. Let me just check again. We don't have any Republican primaries, so I cannot actually tell you anything about it. But yeah. I'm just trying here to find if we do have any new information about Chicago's early vote. Because yeah, we don't have anything new so far. In the Democratic side, yeah, that district is unopposed as well, so it doesn't really matter in terms of the votes we have, the new votes we have. As you can see here, in terms of McLean County, I'm not so sure. Yeah, I'm hiding a bit of candidates, but it doesn't really matter because they're not important. No, I'm no disrespect to the candidates, but they don't have the huge share of the vote. Right now, as you can see here, we have a lot of candidates, but they're getting basically 6, 5, 2 votes, 13 votes. So they don't really matter here. It's only 16%. Let me just check Republican primary. We do have that as well. Only 6%. So that makes sense with my theory that we're getting election day votes first. I'm sorry, early votes first. Or at least, let me just check here if we do have something new. Yeah, so people are still voting in Lake County. This is sort of just the north part of Chicago. Usually important to the Democrats. Harris won there, not by much, but she won. So 8,000 now here. You were getting 3,000. Of course, we expect higher turnout in Illinois for the Democrats. This St. Clair County is very important county. I mean, I was just mixing some stuff before. This is the county when you go to this is St. Louis. You have St. Louis, Missouri. This is the suburban county of St. Louis. Very important county, by the way. The Democrats really need to get a great result there. Otherwise, they'll not be in a great position to win Illinois. But of course, they're going to win Illinois. That's not really a question, to be honest. You cannot actually say that that's a question. It's just by how much, and that could define a lot of stuff. Not in Illinois specifically, because you don't have House races that are competitive only within the Democrats itself. That's competitive. Yes, Illinois is very gerrymandered and has been forever, but some of the based on races per the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Some Republicans want to revoke that act, and that could mean a lot of stuff, especially when you go. When you go to the House in the southern states here. If you go to Mississippi, for example, this district, also Alabama, you have 2 districts, 2 Democratic districts, and you have this two in Louisiana as well. So and also in South Carolina. So you can have a lot of those districts that are that are designed based on that Voting Rights Act, and if that is revoked, that can mean a lot of the Democratic seats will be gone, and the Democrats really need to be aware of that. I think they are, and that's why they don't want it to be revoked as well. They would say that it's some moral case or so, but it's just in terms of getting votes, because that's what ultimately they want, as every single party in the world. The Black community and the Hispanic community might be separated from each other by gerrymandering to give both equal representation in Congress. Yeah, but I mean, it's not easy to get Republican districts in Illinois as well. But you can have some. For example, this district here doesn't make any sense, nor the 17th. But the rest, it does make sense. I mean, apart from these two, the rest, it's very hard to get more than Republican seats here. You have some here that are competitive within 10, for example. But this is within 20, so it's a little bit harder. Within 12, so you have some Republican districts that if they have a great night, they may want to flip it, and these two as well. So this could be a dummy mander, if you will. It happens very specific stuff, but it's hard again. It's hard to have that situation. As you can see here, we still at the same point. I just want to check here to check how are in terms of the governor primary. So this is the governor primary now. I have 3 people watch. Let's go, guys. I mean, it's not a very big election. It's only a primary in one state, but still, we can do better than that. And yeah, let's just check here how the governor are. So the governor right now for the Republicans, Darren Bailey is winning very, very handily. Of course, incumbent Democratic governor winning, because it's uncontested. This is the controller race in the Democratic side, so it's very competitive right now. In a race of 3 people so far, at least, and Holy Kim is winning here in McLean County, Suburban County, in the Bloomington area. That's what New York Times says about this county. And yeah, makes sense. I just want to check here. Republicans' primary is uncontested. And in terms of state legislature, I don't care about that. I'm sorry, but it's not really significant. In terms of Attorney General, they were both uncontested. Secretary of State, we do have this one between Harris. Look at Harris. Let's just check how things are in Republican primary. Okay. So far, we cannot tell you anything about this. I don't know these candidates, to be honest. I only know the senatorial and the gubernatorial candidates. The other ones are really hard to know anything about it. Now we have, again, 3 people watching. I mean, this is not getting huge views, to be honest, but it was expected ultimately. It's not a very big election. It's only an election in the state of Illinois itself. So yeah, let's just check Pennsylvania. We're still at 0. We'll see about that. And I think I'm going to do a quick break because it's already 18 minutes after polls close in Illinois, and we basically are at 0%, only about 8,000 plus here, around 3,000, so 11,000 votes in the both primaries. So we have to wait a little bit more until we get results. And I'll be back in some minutes from now. That's it. Let's go. By the way, just got the information that the votes we're getting so far are early votes and votes by mail. So that means that the Democrats are actually doing much better in terms of turnout than Republicans because of that stuff. And that was what I said before, so it makes sense. So right now we just got new results in Illinois. That's why I'm gonna just stop the break. We got now two new counties. The first county being Marion County. I'm just gonna leave that county outside of Chicago for the last one to be reviewed because that one is probably the most interesting. So I'm just gonna leave it. Marion County is a rural county in the Centralia area. That's what the New York Times says. Let's just look here at the percentage because it can matter. I mean, what happens here? What's happening? So no, 88 votes against 62. So the Republicans probably going to have higher turnout. They have 187 hands. They don't. So again, we were seeing early votes. Maybe let's just check the percentage. 18% is in here. 3% is in. So we're actually seeing that huge difference as it was expected. We just got here as well outside of Chicago. This is Kane County. It's a high-income suburban county. That's what the New York Times says. And as you can see here, Raja is getting 53%. That's actually why he's leading by such a big margin, at least so far, according to what it was expected. I just want to go here to Pennsylvania to check if we do have something new. We don't. Now I want to check the Republican primary just to mention. Now Don Tracy is only at 37%. Let's just check how the votes were here. Very competitive because Jeannie Evans and Don Tracy around the Illinois, around Chicago's, a metro area. Here we just got 3% of the vote. I just want to check here. Looks like CNN and New York Times and NBC are all at the same rate. Now you have 2.4% expected in terms of the Democratic primary and 1.6% in the Republican primary. So they're still too early to call, which is understandable. You have 2% of the vote, so it's not actually reliable to make such predictions. Here in the controller, everything switched off. I mean, it's amazing. And look at this. Look at this. McLean County, Holly Keem is getting a huge percent, but here it's and Karina Villa is actually winning. That's why she's now ahead. But I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting because Holly Keem is at, it's third, 22%. Things are doing interesting. And here we got Clinton County as well. We got Clinton County. It's Hillary Clinton did not win here, at least from my knowledge. Very interesting county right now. 12% Republican side. We probably have more in the Democratic side. I just want to go here to the gubernatorial level. I don't know why this didn't update. It didn't update. I'll just go to the House as well. Maybe we have something new. We do have some many results here as well. Now, just waiting for more. As you can see here, this is a very mass stuff here around Chicago's metro area is very mass to look up. We do have some very competitive races here. For example, this one is a key race. Democrats is hoping to return to Congress after losing a bid for fourth term in 2010. So we do have a lot of AIPAC money here. Democrats don't like it. They say they don't like pro-Israel PACs. But that's one of the aspects around here in Illinois. Not just in that district, but over the whole district is very competitive because we do have I'm sorry, I didn't know what happened here. Oh, God. We do have 4 districts very competitive around the Chicago area. We have AIPAC money. A lot of those PACs that maybe people don't like it because they feel that they're not being represented. It's just interests and lobbies and all that stuff. They don't like it. Let's just secure as well, because this one is Will County. Let's just check here just to be sure if we don't have anything new. We're still at 0 out of 100 of 310 precincts. I was just want to be back now. We just got Clinton County. So Raja is winning, as it was at least so far. He's winning around the rural parts of the state, except from suburban areas like McLean. So if this is correct, and if this means that he will be great in those areas, means that probably he will lose Lake County and he will lose Will County, but he will probably be great in Cook. I don't know. We don't really know about it. But for example, Kane County is also a suburban county, and so far go Cat. We'll see. I just want to check how things are here as well. Probably got anything? No, we didn't got any new things. I just want to go cure back as well. So right now, the lead is big. It's only 5,000 votes, but it's big percentage-wise. And here on the Republican side, Don Tracy is still winning by around 10 points. And I just want to check here the most competitive right now in Clinton County so far. 11% is already in, 44% for Don Tracy. So really, it looks like that he's doing great in rural counties. We'll see if Illinois, I'm just messing Illinois or Chicago, but if Chicago can actually deliver something for Jenny Evans, we'll see about that. I just want to check the controller race because that one is very, very competitive. I mean, this is the governor primary, also very competitive right now. We just got Cook County. Okay, that's big. That's big. We just got Cook County, and this is the early vote, I suspect, because it's just a very huge batch of votes. Only 11%. So come on, guys. It's only 11%, but we just got Cook County, and this is very big news. I mean, you can say whatever you want. Cook County is basically Illinois in a nutshell. It's basically what happens. They say an urban county that includes Chicago. It's basically Illinois. So right now, as you can see here, this is the results. I just want to increase so you can see it better. Raja is getting 39%. Juliana Stratton is getting 35%, and Robin Kelly. So Robin Kelly is out of this question, out of this race. So we cannot even talk about. Let me just do this because you're not seeing. So Robin Kelly is gone. We need to talk about those two. And right now, Raja is doing great. At least he's winning. He's winning in the biggest county in the state of Illinois, so that's great. We always like to be ahead and behind. The problem is we don't know the composition of the election day vote. We don't know if that will probably benefit Raja or Juliana. We need to wait on to see that. So right now I'm here around Republican primary. So we're actually now, as I said before, it looks like that Don Tracy is doing great around the rural counties, getting 40% plus in many of them. Even here in this county, Pike County, he's getting 73%. But when it comes to more suburban, urban counties, looks like that he's doing worse. Not so much worse. He's still winning by 17, but it's not as great as he was doing in previous, at least in other counties like the rural parts of the state of Illinois. But we still have a long way to go in the rural parts. Also, election day voting will probably tend to be more Republican, so we still have a long way to go. And that's really the point. I just want to go now towards the, as you can see here, 8.8% in the Democratic side, 4.4% in the Republican side. Just want to check if you do have something new in the Pennsylvania's special election. We don't have anything new. Let's just go here to Illinois as well to check how the controller race is. Right now, Margaret Croak is winning in the controller race, and also is winning in Cook County. So that's actually a very important point. I don't know as well. Another thing. Are these results from Chicago or from Cook? It's all actually a very important stuff as well. Let's just go here to CNN because they actually have the division. Since you have a lot of races as well. So we're getting the votes from Cook suburbs. It's not from Chicago itself. This is important. Let's just go to the Republican side. As you can see here, we're not having Raja is winning so far by 3 points in the Cook suburbs. When you get Chicago, there'll probably be a better way to see it how they're doing in the urban centers. Right now, we don't know it. But we'll have to wait. Okay, we have it on New County here, Williamson County. This is not in Texas. We do have it in Williamson County in Texas, but this is in Illinois, and you have an astonishing 10-4-3-1-1. So it's just a precinct. I don't know, maybe just a voting center around it. We didn't have Kane before. I'm sorry. So we do have that one. Let's just check how that thing is, and looks like it. My trend is my expectation was not that Don Tracy will only get 32%, but this is very preliminary count, is only 1% of the vote, so we're still waiting a lot in that regard. Let's just go here as well to the Democratic primary. We're still at 113,000. This is the most competitive one. Let's be honest, the winner in the Democratic primary will be the winner in November in the Senate as well, because this is a Democratic state. After all, let me just do now a quick break. I'll be back. So I'm back, and we need to talk about this. We just got more votes now, and it was a lot of part of Cook County. That's Chicago. I'm gonna say it again. Let's see if it was Chicago itself. It was Chicago itself. That's important. I mean, look at this. We have now 16% of the vote in Chicago, the city of Chicago. This is not the county. It's really the city. And right now, Juliana is getting 42% of the vote, as you can see over there. It's really amazing, at least so far, to get the votes. And Raja is getting 26% at the ballpark of the same percentage of Robin Kelly. So this means that Juliana is doing better in urban areas, and maybe Raja is doing better in suburban areas. That's just the way we can talk about that, at least so far. It doesn't mean it will continue. Let's just check Illinois' 9th congressional district into the Democratic side, because that's actually a very competitive one between a very popular candidate, at least for some people. So far, Kat, I'm not going to say her name, I'm sorry, because I'm not going to assassinate her name, to be honest. And right now, as you can see here, is getting 19%, 25% for Laura Fine, and Daniel Biss is getting 34% in the 9th district. But it's come on, it's big. It's 39% in, so that's actually something. That's actually very important, and now we have a very competitive race. We just got more votes out of Cook County. That's amazing. We're counting fast. I mean, you're probably saying 21% is already in, and we're only less than an hour in. We're only 33 minutes in. So that's probably amazing. At least probably think about that. But it's not really significant. It's just in the way that they're releasing the early votes. That's why they're counting so fast. But we still have a long way to go. Look at this. There's very small counties that we don't even have anything count. Let's just check in the Republican side here. No, not the Republican side. Let's go to the Republican side. That matters as well, because this one, yeah, I mean, Donald Trump is getting 38%. Let's just check here if that theory is correct. We don't have results from Chicago, so that's actually a pity. It's not going to be a too much results, because I mean, Chicago is an overwhelmingly Democratic city, probably more than 85% votes Democratic, and I mean, it's not easy to get Republicans there. We do have some here county, Winnebago. Winnebago is also in Wisconsin. It's one of the wild counties, but this is not one of those. I mean, Americans usually, I'm not American, as you know, but the Americans choose similar names to many of the places around America. And Winnebago you have in Wisconsin, at least from my knowledge, and you also have here. What are the margins each candidate needs to win in the particular area to win? Yeah, I can tell you. I have here the numbers in my phone, because I checked that earlier today. Let me just here find it, because I do have the numbers. So, for example, if you go to the city of Chicago, which is right now where we have more votes in the Democratic side, as you can see, you have 32% in. So right now, not in this regard. I'm just checking about the House in the 9th district. Let me just talk about the 9th here. Laura Fine is doing fine, at least so far. Is doing a great result, because she needs to get the vicinity of 23%. So she's getting right now 25% in the city of Chicago, outside here. This is mainly the city of Chicago. You can see this is a bit of a snake, but majority is Chicago itself. The problem is, now you're going to check about the senatorial candidate. So right now, Raja is, in terms of the Senate, is doing great around the suburbs. But that's actually what happened here. What happened? So they removed the county. Or what happened? Doesn't matter. So Raji is doing great, and then we just got more votes in Cook County. That's why the percentage just went up. It's at 41%. So the bull part of the race is probably going to be run out of the rural parts of the state. So I just want to say something that I was saying. Raji right now is doing great outside of the suburbs, not in the city of Chicago, but in the suburbs of Cook, which is great. I mean, also in King County, Raji is doing great. Why? Because this is the district he represented. So I mean, it's normal that you would do great here. Is 53% enough? Probably yes, probably no. I can tell you the margins right now, because we don't have election day votes. We really need to wait for at least a small part of those election day votes to be counted, to be materialized. Right now, we cannot actually tell you anything, because we're not actually getting anything new. It's just the early votes, and that is something. It can be misleading to think about that and saying whether a candidate is being great or not based on just early votes. And we have 4 people watching. And we have 51 views. I mean, it's really, we can have more people. I understand we can have more people. It's already now 7:30 8:37 in Illinois. It's 8:37 in the East Coast. Let's check if the decision desk projected anything. No. I just want to check the House races again. And also if we do have more votes out of Chicago. Now, we just got more votes out of Cook suburbs, and now Cook suburbs are at 64 and the 54%, I'm sorry. That's interesting. That's interesting. Why? And Raj is doing great. Again, same thing. This is Kane County where he represented, and this is Cook suburbs. You can see that it's close to the district he represented, so that's actually normal that he's doing great. The problem is, will that be replicated in the rural parts of the state? Because that we don't know. That's really the point here. We don't know. We can estimate percentages for Cook County and also for Chicago. We cannot estimate percentages for the rural parts of the state because it's really hard to get an image of what's happening. You can see here we have, for example, we do have more counties around here, the suburban areas out of close to St. Louis. For example, Randolph County, right now, it's doing, Raja is getting 49%. We can just go through here, 42%. So looks like that Raja is doing great in all of the rural counties, at least so far. Emphasize on so far. This one is the exception, but it's only 57 votes. So, I mean, it's not a big county anyways. It's already 36% in, so we're still waiting for a lot, but it may not mean anything. The problem is, rural counties, at least so far, Raj is winning, and he's only trailing by 3. If Juliana Strandon wants to have a great night, she needs to run it up by a bigger margin, I would say, in Chicago. Right now, she's winning by 40. She's winning with 43% of share of the vote, but I would say that she needs better margins here, at least from my point of view, to get ahead. Because if these rural counties are actually going to turn out in droves to Raja, they're small, but they are a lot of them. It's like 90 plus of them. Strandon has tied the race with Tassop, so okay. So, but still, I'm checking here. Vote Hub, credits to them. They're saying that Raja is still ahead, but it's a very toss-up election. And remember, we have that 14 days rule. I just got a new county here. This is Kankakee County. Very interesting county here. 750 votes for Robin Kelly. Maybe it's a district he represents. I'm not so sure about it. I don't really know because he's only getting like a very small margin. Because she's only getting a very small margin. So let's just check if that's the district she represented. Robin Kelly. I'm not so sure about it. To be honest, it is the Illinois 2nd. Let's check if this is Illinois 2nd. It is. So it makes sense. It makes sense that she's doing great because it's the district she represented. So we need to check this anomalous and just think about, does this make sense, at least according to what we have? So who is Robin Kelly taking votes from? Who is heard from by Robin Kelly being in the race? I mean, so far, we can check the votes. So Will County right now, we have 6 people watching. Let's go. Robin Kelly is getting 15. So Robin Kelly right now looks like she is stealing. I mean, it's not stealing, but you understand what I mean. Votes from Juliana. At least right now it seems that, because she's doing much better in urban parts. Looks like that's just my preliminary estimate that she's stealing votes from Juliana Strandon, and that may mean that that could cost her victory. At least it could. It doesn't mean it will. It could. Let's just check Pennsylvania for a minute. We don't have anything. And right now, as you can see here, we're at 32%. And we have a tie. We have a tie in Wayne County, rural county. Amazing. 30 votes to 30 votes. Raja and Juliana Strand. But so far, that's the only tie. We do have this one, but it's very preliminary. The ones are mostly in. Let me just check if we do have something. Yeah, we don't have. And the fastest ones right now, it's Cook County, which is Chicago. That's the fastest right now to count. Since here, the controller primary in the Democratic side, very competitive as well. I mean, it's probably going to be a... And right now, Margaret Croak is doing great in Cook County as she was doing before. So we really need to wait about this. Here in Cook County, this doesn't matter. And also in the Secretary of State, it's very competitive. Only 12% is in the Republican side. As you can see here as well, the Republican side are much slower than the Democratic side because the rural counties are really slow in the count. I don't know why. Let's check if you do have something here. We do have the early vote in Will County. We do have the early vote, as you can see here. Right now, Don Tracy, I don't care. I don't care about the Republican side because Don Tracy already won this. Not already, at least that's my projection. So now we have 5 people watching. Let's go. I mean, we can reach 10. 20. Let's see. I'm gonna be here at least for an hour or 2 hours from now, at least. So Raja is winning in the United States Senate. We have 0% precinct report, so this is just early vote as it was expected. Let's check here if we do have if it is absentee or vote type. So we can have here. It's the early voting and the vote by mail. So it's absentee and okay, I'm sorry, it makes sense. So let's just check. Raj is getting 43% in Will County. Let's check Will County just for an example. Will County is over here. That's a suburban county. As I was saying before, Raja is doing great in suburban areas. He's doing poorly, at least I would say, not bad, but poorly in urban areas. This makes sense. And if that is the case, DuPage County, which is just right here, a very, very democratic area. Yeah, it's a kind of a swing area, but it leans a lot towards the Democrats. This is a must-win for Raja. Also, that one just the north of it, Lake County, where we're tracking here the votes. We got around 82,000 votes. So this one, I'm just going to close it because it doesn't really matter right now. That one is a must-win as well, at least in my point of view, for Raja in order to win. As you can see here, Giuliani is winning at where? In Sangamon County, that's Springfield. Springfield, Illinois, because you do have Springfield, Ohio. Look, what Trump said, they were eating the dogs and the pets and all of that stuff. That BS stuff. I'm not going to say the word because I don't want to be banned again. And that's right now. Robin Kelly's still winning by a very small margin. It's not significant. I mean, if she wanted to win this, which she won't, at least right now, it doesn't seem she will. She would have to do much better in Kankakee County. I don't know how to say it. I'm just dumb. I don't know how to say this name. I'm sorry. But yeah, 42% is in, and she's not getting the votes she needs. Right now, you have this county here, Clark County. I mean, 7-2. I'm just gonna do now a quick break, maybe, and I'll be back when we have more votes, or at least like 30 seconds from now or so. Maybe I'm gonna drink water. So yeah, that's it. So as you can see here, I'm just going to check the house races again because it's very important, and we're underestimating the importance of those house races. Let's just check the 8th district. I'm just going to open here my notes because I do have some notes about these races because they're important. And let's just open here. I'm sorry. Let's just search for it because I don't know where it is. This stuff. So we have the 9th. Let's just check the 9th for now. Laura Cat. I'm not going to say her name again. She's now having a 23%, so she's actually getting up. The point is, we're already at 74%. It's not going to be enough. I mean, Daniel Best probably going to win the race here, the primary in the Democratic side, and the race as well in November, because this is not, at least it doesn't seem it will be enough. At least so far, 73%, 54% of the vote already in, so yeah, not going to be enough here. Let's just check the other one. So that one is the 8th here. So Melissa Bean is leading with 33% of the vote. So as you can see, we're already very advanced in those places, like 45% in this rate, in this house race. I just want to check 33% to 25%. Maybe we can check the composition of the votes we have right now. Maybe we can go here, not here, but maybe here, and that is the what? That's the 8th district. So we can analyze better where the votes are coming in. So we do have Cook County, we have Kane, and we're still waiting for DuPage. DuPage is probably going to be important as well. So right now the percentages, so Melissa is doing better in Kane than in Cook, but Cook is mostly in. That's interesting. Right now, yeah, we cannot project this one. It's going to be between Janai, Ahmed, Progressive. So this is interesting as well because, I mean, you have a lot of APAC money here, and I know the Democrats are upset about that. The point is, Melissa Bean is a more moderate candidate, and we have, as you can see here, I was not reading, promised you, but is a more moderate Democrat, and Jinai Ahmed, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, I'm sorry, but he's a more progressive guy, more in the Mandani area. Probably great to get enthusiasm, but the problem is, if he wants to win, of course he wants to win, but if he wants to have enough votes to win, he needs to do much better in Cook County. Right now, he's not, at least right now. I just want to check if we do have votes. Maybe we cannot check by county because CNN does a separation between Chicago and Cook suburbs, and that's probably better to identify whether we're getting actual great results. So DuPage, we don't have results, but we do have results from Lake County. Look at this. Lake County and Raja, as I said this before. I can tell you, I said this before, Raja needed to have a great result here in Lake County. And he got 50% plus. Doesn't mean it will continue with more election vote. Probably can expand, I don't know. But right now in Springfield, look at this. Juliana is actually delivering. And we just got more votes in Chicago, I think. We're at now 54% in Chicago. And she's delivering by 43%. The problem is, Illinois is Chicago, but it's not just Chicago. Chicago is a great way to start, but then you need to get the votes out of the other parts of the state. Right now, the margin increase is now at 26,000. We also got this one here, but it's still 7-2 votes, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just go here as well. And to the Republican primary, so at 13%. See how slow we are in the Republican primary. Let's just check the rep. We now have Chicago. Look at this, very, very small. Like, you're getting only 10,000 votes. No, it's a little bit more than that, but it's already 60% of the vote. And Don Tracy's getting, as it was expected as well. At least I said that would happen. Don Tracy's getting a much smaller percentage share of the vote in urban areas. Fortunately for him, this doesn't really matter because it's very, very small. But if it was on the Democratic side, it matters. And then it doesn't matter because in November he will lose. So yeah, I mean that's it. It's a hard truth, but that's the way it is. So let me just check if VoteHub has any update in terms of their needle. Now Strenton is at 90% in Kalshi. I'm not going to say anything about it, but so far, if she's doing better in election day vote, it makes sense. But I'm not so sure about that data, at least so far, because Cook County is the area she's doing the best. I'm sorry, even though with the suburbs, and we need to wait about DuPage. When we have DuPage, we can see at least more clearly if we're getting results or not, at least in the way that Raja maybe wants to. Right now, we still have a long way to go like this. It's very small. They're small, but you still have like 2,000, 3,000 there, and that matters. We're already at 42%. Let's just go to the controller election because that one is probably going to be very competitive. It's the governor one, that's very competitive as well, but that Cook County botch that Ted is actually winning, probably going to be over. And then the more I would say, as you can see here, Darren Bailey is a former state senator aligned with President Trump, so he's winning in Trump country by a much larger margin, as it was expected. I mean, you keep saying that Democrats are worried about AIPAC, Manny. Do you know what AIPAC? AIPAC is a pro-Israel group. It's basically a lobbyist group of Israel. That's basically what AIPAC is, or AIPAC, or how you going to say it? I know what is AIPAC. But I mean, the Democrats are worried in the sense that the progressives doesn't want that, so they're running against Democrats that are receiving funding from AIPAC. That's why this is an important issue, because many progressive Democrats, they don't want to receive funding, they don't want AIPAC in politics. So that's why it's very important. It's really an important information, at least in my opinion. Let's just check the controller election. As you can see here, 38% for Margaret Croak, and then Carolyn Villa at 33%. So yeah, I mean, Very competitive election until the end, probably. And here in the Secretary of State, we're still at 50%. So yeah, the Republican primary is really taking so long to count every vote. I don't know why. We do have a surprise here. Look, Jenny Evans is winning here in Wayne County. Wayne County again, another county that has a similar name as another one in Michigan. Michigan, Wayne County is Detroit. Let's just go to Pennsylvania. If you do have something, we don't. We don't, and this is already 52 minutes past polls close in the state of Pennsylvania. I don't know why we don't have votes, but okay, that's it. Now we have 6 people watching again. Okay, let's go. I think that's the record again. Yeah, that's record. Now we have 47%. Let's just check if we got more votes from Chicago. No, we're still at 58%, and in the Cook suburbs we're at 95%. So Cook suburbs are mostly done are mostly done counting. Also, the election day vote. Maybe Illinois does sometimes have problems in terms of knowing how many votes are there to count, because you have those votes that can be postmarked be at least 14 days after the election, which is a very interesting aspect. So you might have to wait if this is very close. Right now, Raja is winning this by a very minuscule margin. Doesn't really matter. And yeah, I mean, 85% is already in. Let me just check here something. And yeah, maybe. So okay, we have in the city of Chicago, we have 852 precincts out of 100 and 1,000. I'm just gonna take me out of that. So we get 852 precincts out of 1,291 precincts. So we have basically around 70% reported, and Scranton is winning it 43%, as you can see there. But this is the precincts reported as well. And Kelly is getting 24%, which makes sense, and Raja is getting 24%, which makes sense as well. We can have a flip between Raja. America is too big to have one language, so you have to use the same names over and over. That's incredible. I mean, it's really amazing because you have Wayne County. You do have more Wayne counties, if I'm not mistaken, but that's just Wayne County. You have Wayne County. What are you talking about? I mean, we're talking about what? About APAC? About the counties having the same name, because mostly they have, like, you have multiple Springfields. It's just amazing. I mean, it's a very interesting stuff. To be honest with you guys. Now you're still at 58%, and here 85. So we're still waiting for more votes in Cook County. I'm not gonna say, but I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think I already said Cook County like multiple times in the live stream, maybe like 100 plus or so, because it's really what Illinois is about. It's Cook County, Cook County, Cook County. It's just what matters here. I'm not gonna be like dishonest, because this can actually be up to the other part of the state to decide, because that area around Cook can be very competitive. Right now, Raja it's down 0.1, so it doesn't really matter. Now Cook County is at, again, 72%. So now we have 7 people watching. I think that's a record. Yeah, that's a record. I mean, thank you. Let's subscribe to the channel. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of content. Also, referendum in Virginia about a new map the Democrats are proposing to really boost their chances of actually getting a majority in November. They probably will, but the problem is they want a bigger majority, and that map can help. They can help them. They want a 10 Republicans to 1 Democrat. 10 Democrats to 1 Republican map in Virginia. The turnout is off the roofs. We're getting almost the same turnout as 2025. We're getting like 60% of 2024. Very important numbers as well. And the Republicans area so far are turning out faster. That doesn't mean it's over. By no means it's over for the Democrats to pass the referendum, but it's not going to be an easy task. I just want to say that, because it's a referendum. Some Democrats don't agree with that map, even though it will benefit them, but they don't agree in the way they're doing. We're talking about repeat names of free counties. That makes sense now. I didn't understand before. Yeah, I think that's what he meant. I mean, in that case, it was in America to have one language. Yeah, that was relative to the counties, because you have a lot of same counties with same names. I don't think in the same state you have it, but if you compare, for example, Wayne County in Illinois, Wayne County in Detroit, Wayne County is Detroit, but Wayne County in Michigan, but you have a lot of repeated names. So now we have 48% in, and you're still at the same rate. This will take a lot of time to count all of those smaller counties, because Illinois doesn't have a centralized voting, at least processing system. So usually it's harder to get votes, and I mean it's probably slower. That's why Chicago and those cities are quite fast, but then the other ones is probably a lot slower. Chicago, no, okay, doesn't really matter this one. I just wanted to check that the House races again. Let's check to the 9th. So yeah, the 9th is now at 84% in, and as I said before, I don't think it will be enough for Cat to actually surpass Daniel this year. I don't think it will be enough. Here is already projected. I mean, it's not projected, but it's mostly, I mean, it's 83 to 17. This one is already projected. There's that one here. Melissa is still leading, but we're at 56% in, so we still have ways to go. This one is gone. And that one is very competitive between LaShawn Ford and Melissa as well, 24 to 19, 2,000 votes basically right now. Where is London? We do have London. We have London. I don't know if you're mentioning the city, but we do have a London in Maine, if I'm not mistaken. Maine or New Hampshire is something. It's either Maine or New Hampshire. Is one of them. I'm sorry. I think it's one of them. So right now we do have here another one, but that one is already gone. That one is the former district of Kelly that's running for Senate, but she's gonna lose the primary. Donna Miller is winning and probably will win. At least right now it doesn't seem another option here. One, it's only 5%, so it doesn't really matter. Here's only 17%, so we're still missing a lot. Attorney General, it's both are non-contested. Governor ways, as you can see here, very competitive election, only 350 votes. Ohio, Kentucky, California, and England, not New England, but yeah, there's one there too. I thought we had a London in New Hampshire or Maine. At least you have a Lisbon. For example, you have a Lisbon in New Hampshire. You can check that. Trump won Lisbon in New Hampshire. Such an amazing city. I mean, really. You have Lisbon in New Hampshire, and you also have Paris, I think, and Naples in Florida. You have a lot of them, really. They copy, basically, repeat names for places come from immigrants and name places after famous people from the cultural place from their homeland. It makes sense. I mean, most of the Americans are from Europeans, are basically Europeans in their heritage, if you will. So it makes sense to have European names. You have, I mean, for example, you have Naples in Florida, which is a city in Italy. You also have, I would say, I mean, you have, for example, St. Petersburg, which is a city in Russia, but you have also in Florida. So yeah, you have a lot of them as well. Now I don't know why we only have one people watching, but okay. Now let's just go to the Democratic primary again. I'm sorry. Now Juliana is down again. Now it's 32,000 votes, but we're still missing a lot in terms of the rural parts of the state. I mean, we do have some counties, but it's a very minuscule portion. And here we got more votes in this district. We are 56% in, and now Melissa is getting 33%. And sure, but if the country was small, it wouldn't happen because you wouldn't have Springfield a half-hour drive from Springfield. Amazing! It's really amazing. I mean, really amazing. I'm sorry, but it's really amazing. I just want to say that. A lot of curiosities you have there. Pennsylvania still at 0. I don't know why. I'm gonna continue saying that. So we still have about 1.2 million votes to report, and the Republican side is has a lot to report yet. They're only 17% in, and now we just went down again for Juliana Stranton. We already got more. We got this one here, Whiteside County. So Raj is getting 48%. That's what I mean. I mean, he's getting a lot of these percentages, high percentages. Like here, he's getting 50% in Lake County. That's actually significant. Yeah, The Simpsons did an episode about that. They did an episode about everything, I would say. Now it's 1 a.m. in Portugal. That doesn't matter, to be honest. It's now 8. It's now 9 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. in Illinois. So Laura Fine lost in the 9th congressional district, as I said she will, at least before a couple of minutes before. And now Scranton has a 45,000 firewall out of Cook plus Chicago. Okay, because now we only have 100 precincts to go. Let's just check that, because that's important. Now it went up again, probably because of that firewall that was built around Chicago. Let's just check again. So now we're at 58% in Chicago, and we're 91% now in Cook suburbs. So Cook suburbs are mostly gone. We still have, at least according to Vote Hub, we still have 127 precincts in suburban Cook, which is this county here, and we also have 390 precincts in the city of Chicago. So we still have around 400 or almost 500 precincts. That's actually significant. Daniel Obese is the now projected winner in Illinois, is the 9th. Let's check here. No, this is the 8th. I'm sorry. The 9th. I already mentioned that one before. I think it's here. Yeah, I said that one. I said that Cat was not possible for her to win. So, yeah, Daniel Obese is the projected winner. It makes sense. 84% is in, so it's impossible. I mean, it's really the math is impossible. It's not impossible if she gets the 100% of the votes, but she won't. So yeah, this one is still very competitive. That one is still very competitive as well in the 7th. So we're still waiting for. We already got one projection, but we're still missing 3, at least in the Democratic side. I don't think in the Republican side we do have competitive elections in the House. So now we just got more for Juliana, probably here. Now we're at 50% in that county. In St. Clair County, this is the suburbs of St. Louis, so we're still waiting more in there. Well, at least this is better than fine. But fine is fine. I mean, fine is fine, though. Really, I'm not really into those candidates at all, at least in most of them. I just researched very fast to check how they are, if they are progressives, they're moderates. So I'm not really into it, because if I'm very much into it, I may be biased when I'm analyzing these results. So I don't want to be too much into it, at least to be honest, and just look at the math and the results we have. In Melbourne, we have a suburb called Batman. So you need to just have more creative. I mean, you have some interesting names in America as well. You go to, for example, Arizona, you have a county that's called Coconino County. That's amazing. And you also have a county in Florida that's called Punta. No, not a county. It's called I think it's a city. It's called Punta Gorda. It's the name of the city. I know I'm pronouncing like a Portuguese, because this in Portuguese has a very bad meaning. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to be banned from YouTube. At least that's not my goal here. Let's just check here as well. This is Will County, a suburban county where Raja needs to do well. I mean, otherwise she's just gone. And we're still at 0 precincts reporting. So I want to check if the election vote is actually great for him or not. Let's just check here now. We're still at it's now 40,000 votes. That's not. I mean, it's not the best thing you can have, at least so far. Lake County is still the same. Will County is still the same as well. And now Cook. Let's just check if you have something new from Cook. 64% now in Chicago. So that's actually up. And Robin Kelly now has more votes than Raja. As I said, it could happen. Let's go to Cook suburbs now. They're 93% in, so they're mostly gone. We don't have DuPage yet, which is a little bit sad. And now we're still missing around 1.2 million votes. Still the same thing. Okay, let's just check here. So in the Daniel Beast district, I just want to show it to you that we got some information here from Vote Hub as well. In Daniel Beast district, this one here, we already have 90 out of the 119 Chicago city precincts in. So this is almost impossible. It's really, really impossible, because Katz is only netting out of the portion of the city of Chicago right now 3,600 votes out of the 90 precincts already reported, and we only have 29 left. So this is mostly impossible. I would say mostly impossible, or really 100% impossible. I'm not going to say 100% because it's not 100%, but mathematically, it's really hard to get the votes. Again, so Juliana now is better, maybe because of this district. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna lean towards Juliana because of the votes she's getting around Cook. It's really amazing, at least in in terms of percentage. And not only that, let's just check here. Very interesting there. I think we can project the nine district to go to Daniel this. I think that's mostly guaranteed, I would say. The problem is that's a 38,000 votes gap, and if you can have Raja needs to get huge votes here. The problem is in the rural part of the state, because right now he's not delivering a lot, and if that happens, that could possibly make his campaign not in a so great position, I would say. And that's really the problem, because if you're not getting, I'm just going to move my camera here to a better position. Okay, like this. If you're not getting the votes you need in I would say in Cook County, because right now Raj is not even cracking second in the city of Chicago. I know we're almost done there, but he needs to compensate in the suburbs, and also what's happening in Illinois 98th. Let's just do Illinois 98th that we do have here, and not here. As you can see here, this is the 8th congressional district. In the Republican side, it's very competitive as well, but Jennifer Davis probably has this on the bag. We're still waiting for DuPage. And we cannot actually make a projection here until we have DuPage. Even though Melissa Bean is probably ahead in terms of probably she's going to win this, we need to wait out of DuPage because it's more than almost 20,000 votes estimated to be there. So we need to get at least the early vote to compare, and when we do, maybe we can actually see if Melissa will probably win this. But if, for example, if Junai Ahmed is not getting the votes he needs in Cook, which is the most liberal county here, at least I would say, probably he won't be enough in DuPage as well. That's just my prediction. It doesn't mean it will be like that, but it's just the way I see things, at least right now. We'll see about that. Right now, we just got more votes as well, 52% now in, and Cook is still at the same rate. We're still missing. As you can see here, the bigger the bubble, the more votes we're expecting, and the bigger bubbles are still in Chicago and DuPage specifically, and also Cook County is still missing around 170,000 votes. So you can see if you put all together these smaller bubbles, you can actually have something. But the majority of the votes are still in heavy Democratic territory, and especially great for Juliana. Let's just go here as well. If we do have, okay, we do have something new here. This is a tie. Juliana no, she's not a tie anymore. It was a tie. Now it's not. So you have 64 here and 93 there. So it's waiting. Still waiting. Let's just check here. We have more votes. Yeah, I'm seeing here Vote Hubby saying that the servers aren't good enough for Raja. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's getting great numbers, but it's not as great as he needed. That's the problem. I mean, you need to be perfect to get the results. You need to win this race. You need to be perfect in the subs right now. Raja is not being perfect. He's getting good margins. The problem is the election day vote, and I'm still waiting here in Will County to get votes, because when we do, maybe we can just mention how okay, we do have election day. And yeah, I mean, Julianne is doing much better in the election day. Look at this. She got crushed in terms of the vote by mail by Raja, but in terms of the election day, she's getting almost double. It's almost doubling Raja so far in Will County. I can check it here. This is Will County right now, 42-35. We'll see if that will continue. We still have 37,000 votes there. I mean, if that continues, it's almost game over, I would say. It's mostly game over. it's mostly game over. And I mean, there's nothing you can do because you're still missing 48% of the vote in the Democratic areas. I'm sorry, in the Republican areas, usually in those small counties. In the Republican primary, you're still missing 72% of the vote. That's really something. But we're still missing 24% out of Cook, and that will net more votes for Juliana Stranton, and that will probably mean that she'll win. I mean, so far, that's the best I can tell you. That's really the best I can tell you. Now we just got 53%. And now she's expanding the lead. So, I mean, you can check here. It's now 42,000. Now we got more votes in Chicago, but still, I mean, it won't be enough. It needs to be perfect, and Raj is not being perfect. Yeah. Now we're still missing 157,000. But this is a progressive win for the Democrats because Juliana is more progressive than Raja. So right now 53% is already in. I was just going to check again. Check the results we have. Let's check Cook now at 93. Chicago is at 67. Sangamon is at... That's the problem. We still have 52%, so we still have ways to go here. And in the rural parts, Raj is doing great in some of them, but not all of them. And in the election day, it looks like that so far. And now we just got results here. We just got results. 66% is already in, and right now it's a very competitive election in Pennsylvania. It's probably the early vote, so I mean, with more election votes, it's probably going to be better for Republicans. But I just want to say that again because I mean, it's important to get this votes in Pennsylvania. We still have ways to go here, and here as well. Maybe we have results. We don't have results yet. Let's just check if we do have something here. Is this updating or not? It's not? No. Just got more votes now. And the lead is at 42,000. It's still staying at the same rate. Now we just got more votes again. Is at 42,000 still. I mean, I'm not saying this as something as Raja lost this, but it's not in a great way, at least so far. I would say that Juliana has the advantage, and the big advantage so far. It needs to be a miracle for Raja to win this. And so far, we're not really seeing a miracle happening, at least nor in the suburban counties, nor in any area so far in the state. Yeah, he's doing great in the suburbs. He's getting 50% plus votes in many of those. Like, you go here to the suburbs of we're still missing DuPage County, which is very important and probably defined. When we have DuPage, that's probably going to be gone. As soon as we have DuPage, we can basically settle the election. But right now, he's getting 50% in Lake. That's true, but still, it's a 5,000 vote spread. You can double it to another 5,000, but you still need to recover 40,000. Then you go to Kane County. You're getting a 7,000, not 7, like 5,000 again, 5,000. You can get another 5,000, but you need another 30,000. And if you go to Cook Suburbs, we still have 7% to go, and here still have 33% to go in Chicago. I mean, there's not the math. The math is not possible here. You go to Will County, Raja is basically at the same rate, and Will County was a county that Raja started at 50%, and now it's not. Now it's only at 39%. So as more election day votes is coming, it's probably going to be worse, even worse for Raja in this particular section. I'm just going to take you the camera just to watch it. As you can see here, the results. So it's probably going to be even worse for Raja as we have more election day voting. It's probably going to be over. I would say that right now it's not a projection, but it's a really almost an apparent winner right now. Juliana won this, at least right now. It seems that that's my opinion. It's not a call yet, but that's just my opinion. I'm just waiting for DuPage, and I'm probably going to call the election. But right now, it seems that she can probably get 40%. I'm not lying. I'm not really lying. If this continues, the results, it's going to be a bloodbath for Raja. And Raja was seen as the one that could have the more moderate, the one that would aggregate more voters. It doesn't mean now that we just project Donna Miller, Melissa being here, so at the same rate. And I just want to go Republican side, 21%. So let's go to the House. Let's just check if we do have something yet to project here. We're still waiting the 7th and also in the 8th. But the rest is still ways to go. Now I have 5 people watching. Let's go, guys. Let's subscribe to the channel if you're new as well to support the channel a lot. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not asking you for money for anything. I'm just asking you for your support. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. That'll help the live stream. That'll help as well me in the channel here because this takes a lot of time. This takes a lot of work, and I'm not lying to you. Just got another projection. I don't know which one, but I think we got. No, let's go to Attorney General. I'm sorry, we don't have anything. In the Governor Section 46, and in Pritzker, of course, doesn't have any opponent. And now it just became worse. Look at this. It just became worse. Now the margin is at 43,000, almost 44,000. I mean, it was expected. That's the problem. And the more I see about this race, the more I doubt about the possibility of Raja winning. Let me just drink a little bit of water. I'm gonna be back soon. Look, I'm not anti any candidate here. I'm just saying my honest opinion about what I see right now. And what I see is that Juliana is doing much better than expected. Look, oh God, you might think that this, what happened? We just got DuPage. Yeah, Juliana won this. I can now project. This is just an official projection from myself. It's not something that it's only something that I think right now. So according to my analysis of this, I can say that Juliana won this thing because we got DuPage. It's only at 44% for Raja. With more election day, probably that percentage will come down. And I mean, that's a bloodbath. It's a bloodbath. Really a bloodbath. And the percentage is probably going to just start increasing. He might get some counties out here, but she will get more and more, especially because we're still waiting more in Cook. Maybe the percentage went up. It didn't. So we're still waiting for this. You can check, for example, Will County. Check Will County, for example. 46% in. Raja started at almost 50%. Right now, he's at 39%. I suspect this will flip as more votes are coming. I just want to check this one as well. Let's just wait. This is like that. I'm not so sure. Let's just open it. And now when you check the election day vote. As you can see here, Juliana is basically doubling Raja's election day vote in Will County. And that's why she will probably flip this county. And I'm not saying probably, I'm saying it will probably happen. It will probably happening, and that's really the problem. If you are a Democrat, I'm sorry, if you're a Democrat, if you're a supporter of a Democrat, all of them are. But if you are, now we just got more votes here in the 8th congressional district, and Melissa is getting now 32.2%. He went down a bit because of what? Because of DuPage County. This is just the early vote now, what, for the election vote, but it's not going to be a significant number, at least so far. It's not a significant number at all. Does Strandon's win mean anything for the Senate race in Minnesota or Iowa? I don't really know. I need to check it. I need to check later on if that means a lot, because I need to have a thorough analysis of this after it. Right now, I can only say that, yeah, I don't have a really opinion, to be honest. That's why I'm not going to say anything and I'll be incorrect after it. So I'm just going to say that right now I don't know. That's really the question here. But maybe it has, because everything has an impact. You can say that. So I have 57% in the Democratic side. So as you can see here, we're still waiting for around 1.1 million votes. This is taking a little bit of time to count everything. Okay, as you can see here, no, we're still at the same point. We just got the first votes here in the Pennsylvania's State House 193 district. We're still waiting for Cumberland, which is the more Democratic district, the more Democratic county here. Even though it's still Republican, but it's the more Democratic or the less Republican, if you will. Adams County right now 74-26, as it was expected. I suspect this is early votes. Usually that's what is reported first in Pennsylvania, but we'll have to wait. Also, we got a very important, not a very important election, but the state house election in Virginia today, and the Republicans overperformed Trump by 15 points. That doesn't mean anything. It's just a special election. Usually people take a lot of stuff from special election, which is not correct at all. But I mean, that's just the view. Right now, the view I have about those things. Right now, the NBC didn't project any of the candidates, nor did CNN, and nor did the New York Times. As you can see here, this county. Okay, very interesting. Okay, now we have a projection by Decision Desk HQ. Decision Desk HQ, this is not my projection, it's from Decision Desk HQ, is projecting Darren Bailey in the Republican side to win the Illinois governor's race in the Republican primary. Nothing to be unexpected. He's winning with 47% so far. So, yeah, nothing unexpected there. We just got more votes now. 66% in the Democratic primary here. We didn't win any subscribe today. What's happening? I mean, I thought we could have more. Yeah. Let's just check here. Now we got more votes again. Raja went up. I don't know where, because we're not getting election votes in those places. Maybe we can check here as well, just to check if you don't have any precinct completed reporting. Maybe we can check it here. So right now, no, it's still the same thing here as well. Here, I think it's the same stuff. It's 80, 67. No, now we're at 95 in Cook suburbs. Okay, but yeah, Juliana flipped as it was before. This will be interesting to check. Urban counties, small cities and suburban, and also rural counties. That'll be interesting. As you can see, you already have it. So around 58% of the vote has been reported. So Raj is winning small cities and suburban so far, because look at his percentage. This might go down as we get more votes. Rural is now Raj at plus 7 points, and in the urbans he's trending plus 9, which is also it's only DuPage. I'm sorry, what happened here? It's only DuPage. Sorry, it's only DuPage and also Cook County. The rest is also suburban or rural. Here in the Tracy's winning by 14, as I said before. So the more the Republican areas Tracy's getting, in the more urban areas Tracy's getting a smaller percentage of the vote. At least so far, that's what has been happening. Now the margin is 42,000. Here still the same, right? Let's check here just to get. So right now this is the Cook County map. So we're getting now, this is the Cook suburbs. Okay, it's not Chicago. It's just the Cook suburbs. We're still missing now 80 precincts. So we're still missing 80 precincts, and João Juliana is winning by only 800 votes, but it's enough right now. And look at this, he's getting 100%, 265,000. Okay. So we're still missing 5% of the precincts to be reported in this part of in this place, but still. Juliana now is getting 39%. Yeah, we're getting votes, but it's very, very slow. Okay, we do have a projection. Another projection from Decision Desk HQ. Don Tracy is going to win the Republican nomination for the U.S. Senate in the Republican primary, as it was overwhelmingly expected. Everybody expected this. Now he just got more votes again. He went up again, probably because of Cook County. Got more votes in Cook County. Let's just check where the votes came in. Word from Cook suburbs or from Chicago? It's from Chicago. Let's just check here if you do have some. 1,353, still the same. Check here as well. We're still the same, I think. Just got more again. This is trickling down. It's a bit. It's gonna be slower, but still, it's gonna be surely slow but surely, and still now around 1 million votes to be counted as well. But yeah. Now we were at 59% the Democratic side. So right now we just got more votes. I mean, probably it's from, let's check. We got votes not from Cook County, not from Will County, maybe from not from Lake County as well, not DuPage as well, Kane, not Kane. I don't know. This is very, very minuscule votes, like 14 votes to 6 votes. So we got from Sangamon County. This is Suburban County. It's the capital of Illinois, Springfield. We just got the first votes there, 51% to 34. Juliana Strand is getting the votes she needs so far. Kelly is still winning Kankakee County, which is right now very interesting, but he's still winning there. So as you can see here, small cities and suburban. Raj was winning by 7. Right now, he's winning only by 5. That's interesting as well. In the Republican side, we're getting now 30%. As you can see, higher percentages around the rural parts of the state, as it was overwhelmingly expected as well. I just want to go to Pennsylvania, 28%. And now in the Republican side, we're at, we are at 95%. So this is a win to the Republicans. As we saw before, this was 52 to 48, the first batch of early votes. It ended 57 to 43 if you don't round it up, both candidates. So yeah, it's over there in Pennsylvania. NBC News just projected Don Tracy to win the Illinois Republican primary. In the Democratic side, we're still waiting for a projection, even though it's probably going to be for Juliana Stranton there. As I said before, that's my projection, at least for the channel. She just got more votes now, and Melissa won more, and she flipped it. DuPage County, which is very interesting. And yeah, I mean, I think we can project this for Melissa Bean as well in the Democratic primary. The Republican primary for Jennifer Davis, even though we're still waiting for more votes out of DuPage, it's only 45% in, so we're still waiting for more. Even though it's probably going to be. Now we have 5 people watching. Thank you. Let's go, guys. Let's subscribe to the channel to help the channel grow even more. Leave your like as well to help the channel grow, because it will be just. I mean, we're gonna have election coverages for every election in America, almost every election. I'll be here, and that helps a lot. I mean, it doesn't. I don't need your money. I don't need everything. I just need your support, and that will be amazing. Now, Raja just got more votes. Why? Because he got more of DuPage. Let's just check that. We got more of DuPage County, and Raja was getting 50 plus. Right now, he's only getting 44. Again, election votes are not being so great for him. Now in Will County, still the same. We didn't get more votes. We're 95% now. In Cook suburbs in Chicago, is at 70%. So we're still waiting for more for Juliana there. In Kane, we're at 71%, and Raja is at 47%. I just want to check something here because it'll be interesting to compare. Not here. So right now, it's still the same. So Strandon is winning by 8 in his urban parts. 63% of the vote is reported. So that's actually interesting. Now we have 5 people at the same time, concurrent viewers. Let's subscribe to the channel as well to grow the channel even more. And yeah, I mean, let's just check the House races again. If we do have something to project, probably we will have here. For example, this is the House, the 15th district, but it's very, very, very small percentage. We only have 24% of the voting, so we still have a long way to go. They are here in this district, which is a very weird shape. As you can see, it's from Springfield. It's like a snake. We only have 44. We already have 44%, but it's the incumbent is winning there, and it makes sense. Here we still have 2 to project in the Chicago area. We have still 3 to project, not 2. I'm sorry. And let's go here to this first one in the 7th. That's the very competitive one. We still have around 22% of the votes still to be counted here. That'll be very interesting to count. We'll see about that. We still have here in the 8th, Melissa Bean is the projected winner, at least according to my projection. This is not a projection of a decision. That's not a projection of anything. It's just my projection. And here in this one, Daniel Beast was also my projection. We're still waiting for one, at least so far. We're still waiting for one, at least result here. And another one is here as well in this area. This one here, so waiting for that one as well. But the rest, so far, at least for me, it's already projected. In the Republican side, let's just check. This one is gone. That one as well. Here, that one is still ways to go because it's only 28% in, so we still have ways to go there. It might change. Here, it, I mean, it's 74-26. Here is still very competitive in the 11th. In the 8th is very competitive as well, and in the ninth, because it's only 46% in, so it might be competitive. We don't know. So let's just check the controller race because that will be probably important as well. Now we have 6 people watching. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's subscribe to the channel as well to help the channel grow even more. Just gonna say it again. Let's get the controller race, not here. I'm sorry, here. So the controller race is here. Controller, as you can see, is very competitive. I'm just gonna open a new tab for this one because this will probably be very interesting to follow in the Democratic side, because whoever wins this race is probably gonna be the winner in general election. So it actually matters a lot in that regard. Right now, as you can see here, Kane County is going for Karen Avila. Very interesting stuff. We're still 32% to go there, even though we probably will not matter a lot, to be honest. Cook County is at 78% in her case, and right now Margaret Croak is winning there 40-35, and she's winning for Holly Kim in this place. So it looks like that Holly Kim is doing better, at least so far in rural parts of the state. But that is not, at least we need to wait to see if that it will stay, because the rural parts of the city are the ones that we have the more votes outstanding. But especially the Republican primary, the Democratic primary is not like that. Right now, we have 7 people watching. Is a new. It's not a new record, but it's the same ballpark of the record we got before. I just want to go here as well to check. Not this one. It's this one here, the Secretary of State. What a very competitive election, at least so far. But Diane Harris probably will be the winner, just for a very simple reason, because the majority of the votes that Walter is getting are in the urban areas. The mostly of them are gone. It doesn't mean they are already gone, but most of them are. You can check here. Like, for example, Cook County is at 83. You can check by the margins. So the margins right now for Adams, for Walter, as you can see here, are mostly on 83% in. The rest of them are the ballpark of 50s, but you can see here is only 32 statewide. So we were actually still a bit way to go. Now in the Democratic side, Juliana just got more. It was more of Cook. More of Cook came in. I just want to check and look at this. Will County flipped. Will County flipped, as I said it would a couple of minutes ago. This was normal. This was expected, and that's it. Will County flipped. I don't know how many precincts are already reported. They're probably interesting to watch. Let me just open here. And we already have, this says 0 out of 310, but in the terms of the election day vote, as you can see here, Juliana is almost doubling the votes of Raja, and that's what I said all the time, all the night. And yeah, I mean, it's still happening. We're still missing now around 900 and 900, almost a million votes. So yeah. Now we just got not here. As you can see here, it's growing now for Diane Harris as well, because of the rural parts of the state that are voting more with her, and that was expected as well. Here in the comptroller primary, we're still having a long way to go, because as you can see here, Margaret Croak is getting 36%, and yeah, I mean, you can still be a chance for Karen Avila to get actually a win here, but it will be very, very hard. It's now 30,000 votes, and it will be very, very hard to get. Now he just got more votes in the 8th congressional district primary. Let's just go here to the CNN map again. A projection here, as I said, it would happen. A projection here in the primary, as it was expected, and now we're still missing the 3 here, and also 2, and also another 1, so that's 4 in the Democratic side. In the Republican side, we have more to go, because that's actually we have less percentage of the vote change, so that's why we still have more to go. I think I misclicked something. I'm sorry. Yeah, I misclicked it here. Let's just open this as well. Where it is, it doesn't matter. Okay, so right now in the Republican side, we already projected. Look at this. Don Tracy wins the Republican primary. And in the Democratic side, Juliana is winning, and she will win. At least that's my prediction. So now we got more votes again. This is the very interesting stuff about Illinois. We got votes in batches. It's usually precinct by precinct. Um, let's just go here as well. Again, Diane Harris expanded the lead as well by point 0.2 now. Margaret Croak now 36%. Okay, let's just check this one again. Very interesting. We're basically getting votes every second. Now we have 5 people watching. I want to check just the votes we have here. So this one, we're at 70% in Chicago. We're at 96% now in Cook suburbs. We can check here how much precincts we're still missing. So we're still missing a third. We're still missing 55 precincts. So we're still ways to go in Cook, in the suburban part of Cook County. So that's the non-Chicago part, if you will. So we're still missing a little bit here. But as you can see, Julian Stratton is actually stretching it out the lead. It was only 800 votes. Now it's over 1,000. It's mostly the same thing because the precincts are usually small. But yeah, I mean, it's better. The more you get, the better. Yeah. Now we have 8 people watching. That's correct. We have 8 people watching. That's amazing. Please, guys, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't forget. If you have any question, you can ask me in the live chat because I'm gonna be answering to you personally. I'm gonna be very happy to do so. And now we have 66% in. We're almost reaching a million votes. We're still 170,000 to go, but we're almost there, reaching a million votes in the Democratic side. And then again, 51 to 49, still ways to go here in the Secretary of State primary. Don't forget, we have 14 days until the mail-in ballots can be received by the Secretary of State as well to be into the election. That's also a problem because, I mean, now the 8 people watching, that's a new record. I just want to say that. But that's also very interesting stuff because you need to wait those 14 days until ballots can actually be received. But for example, on the Republican side, we're gonna have less of those mail ballots. I'm sorry, because the Democrats usually tend to vote early. But in the Republican side, we already at 66% of the Democratic, but in the Republican side now we have 10 people watching. Thank you guys for all the support. Let's go now to 20 or to 15. See about that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're going to have a lot of content, a lot of election coverage, and that will be great. I mean, if you like politics or if you just want to be like up to date with everything that's happening, you can subscribe. I'm non-biased. I'm not here supporting any party. That's just the way I want to do things. And that's it. Of course, I do have a bias in terms of what I think for myself, but I'm not showing you that in the channel. That's the coverage I want to show you. I do have an we're going to have a very important election in Georgia for the 14th congressional district to replace Marjorie Taylor Greene, a runoff between Shawn Harris and Clayton Fuller. I have an interview with Shawn Harris in the channel. You can check it out, and that's an amazing interview, I would say. He was really, really great in terms of the way he was able to receive me because I'm really nobody in YouTube so far, and he was really, really nice to me, and I would say that. Now we have 12 people watching. Let's go brick by brick. I would say that's it. I mean, and now we have 232 subscribers. Let's go to 233 or 234 still. I mean, I think we can achieve it. It's not that difficult, I would say. And yeah, right now I just want to check something. 67% of the Democratic side and 36% of the Republican side. The Republican side is taking much longer, which is expected because Democrats usually vote early. That helps them getting higher, at least a higher speed in terms of releasing the votes because those votes are already counted, they're already tabulated. They just need to release into the system. I just want to check if you do have seen. Okay. But surprisingly, not even Decision Desk HQ projected Juliana Stratton to win this. I already projected this is a very important thing. If you are there, if you're joining right now, I already projected Juliana to win the primary in the Democratic side. Okay, now we just got more votes in the Pennsylvania State House 193 district, and the Republicans won this by around 20 points. As you can see here, Cumberland County, the more Democratic or the less Republican part of the district. We still have ways to go there, but I mean, it's over. Again, the Republicans are going to win this. I just want to check how the Illinois race is here in Decision Desk. I don't think they projected. I just want to check. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't. Even though now the market, in at least in polling market, Raja was getting ahead, but right now, yeah, Juliana is ahead with 99.70% of chance of winning. So that's actually over. It's actually over. We're not gonna have any surprise there. Now we just got more votes. Where? In Cook County. We got more votes in Cook County. Let's just check. Look there. Now we're at 73% in Chicago. We're at 70 last time, and we're 96% in the Cook suburbs. That's interesting. I'm sorry. And now you got more votes as well in Sangamon County. It's the capital. It's a very important place for any Democrat. It's not a big county anyways, but it's the capital. It's a very important town in the state of Illinois. It's Sangamon County, Springfield, capital of Illinois. Now we just got more votes, and look, Will County slipped 1.8 points difference. Cook County's at 40 to 29. Rajah is getting now 29. I just want to check the mark because it matters usually as well. So Chicago now is at, let's just see if he said anything in the comments. Now we have 14 people watching. It's a new record. Let's go. I'm very happy with this. It's just a pity that we don't have any new subscriber. But if you subscribe to the channel and you say something, I can say to you hello personally. That will be great. And right now, so 44. Robin Kelly is expanding the lead as well against Raja. Raja is not in second here. He's in third, which is even worse if you consider all that. Let's just check here some information as well. Okay. Okay, I'm just here checking something. If you do have something new out of the state. Okay. Just checking if you do have any comment. You don't. Okay. Sorry, I'm just here trying to check if you do have something, any new vote, at least new election day vote in this county over here. This is Will County. Giuliani is now winning by 1.8. I'm just checking if you do have something new there. I'm just trying to find the link because it's really sometimes it's hard to get that thing. Yeah. Okay. We still have 232. So let's just start it again. We are now 9 people watching. We reached 14. Now we're back at 9. And yeah, we don't have anybody asking anything. So Will County doesn't have any new things so far. Let's just go to this one. This is the Secretary of State, the Republican primary. Diane Harris. I'm not gonna say that she already won this, but probably it's in the vicinity or at least of winning this because it's really I mean, she's doing a great job in terms of the rural part of the state, and it'll probably be enough because that's where the most Republicans are in the state of Illinois. I have 7 people watching, so it's going down a little bit. In the Democratic side, we have 68% in. The Republican side, we have 38%. So as you can see here, it's very important. Urban counties right now are going for Strandon by 8 points, and small cities are going for Raja by 1 point, and rural is going for Raja by 5 points. Look at that suburban counties. That probably, and I'm just saying that to 7 people right now, that might change, that might flip. So that might go to Strandon as we have more votes. Because that's just the way it is, in the sense that in majority of those counties are reporting now election day vote. Oh yeah, majority, it's actually all of them are reporting election day votes. And that means election day votes are better for Strandon, so that probably will mean that she will probably get the lead in that category in the small cities and suburban counties as well. So we're still at the same rate, so it doesn't really matter. I think Trump endorsed Don Tracy. I'm not so sure about it, but I think he did. That's why he's winning. And here we don't have anything new. Okay, here's still the same. He's 51.2. In this comptroller, it's very interesting, as you can see here. It's a very competitive election right now. The difference is only 25,000 votes. It's very close. And we're still missing, I don't know, maybe 400,000. Exactly, 400,000. You're still missing 400,000 in a very competitive election because this is only a 25,000 votes gap. It's only 3 points, so we still have a long way to go here until we have a new winner. We might not have it today if this is very close because of that 14 days that the mailing ballots have to arrive. Okay, nothing new as well. Now we just got more votes here in the Democratic primary in the 8th congressional district. And Melissa is now still winning by big comfortable margins of 4,000 votes. Let's just check here the votes we have left. So we have left around 12 plus 4, so that's 16,000. Let's just check how much percentage does Junai Ahmed needs to have in order to flip that. I mean, from the calculations I'm doing here, I don't think it's possible, at least so far. Let's just put some data. Yeah, it's not possible, at least so far. Mathematically, it doesn't seem possible, at least so far. It can be, but it doesn't seem likely. Yeah, I mean, I can project here this for Melissa Bean. He can be close, but at least the votes we're getting, or at least election day votes, are becoming better for Melissa. And the best part for Melissa, for Janai Ahmed, is probably here in Cook County, that's Chicago. It's probably where he's gonna do the best. And right now we're already at 92% there, so we're only missing 3,000 votes. Even if he wins all 100% of them, it's not gonna be enough. So I think this is mostly gone, but it's not over. It's not over, but it's mostly over. So here the margin has been increasing again with more rural counties reporting. We're still missing a bit, but it is coming more and more and more. Now we're at 68%, and here in the Republican side we're at 38%. But yeah, they didn't project yet. Very, very pity. Look at this. Look at this. As I said before, right now, the margin is only 0.97. It has been shrinking, will continue to shrink, and a stranding probably will come even on top in that category. That's just the way I think it will be. It's nothing a projection. It doesn't really matter whether you win. It just matters if you win. But that will probably be the case as soon as we have more votes. And now we just got the projection. At least in NBC. CNN didn't. But here we have the projection. As I already told you this a long time ago. I'm just going to remove my face. So Juliana Stratton won, or wins now. She won, but now, as in the projection, Juliana Stratton wins the Illinois primary. So this is gone. It's gone, and she won. I mean, amazing for the Democrats. Probably she's the most liberal, the most progressive one. So that's actually great news for the movement. We'll see if that will be the case. But I mean, that's it. That's it. The race is gone. Let's continue. Now we have, I think, 12 people watching. I just suspected it again. And I mean, we're fighting this with Kornacki. Kornacki is in that BC. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm better than him. Probably I'm not, because I don't have the experience he has. But I mean, it's really, really great to be here. I mean, if you guys are liking the video, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like as well. Let's help reach 240 subscribers today. We're at 232. We're only gained 1 subscriber today. So right now here in the doesn't matter this, I'm just checking that one. So here the margin is staying now at around 7,000 votes. It's around 2.7%. So it continues to staying, at least so far. And here, very competitive as well. It just went down a little bit for Karen Avila. The problem, it's not a big problem, but I would just say the margin, the percentage of votes in has been growing, and the margin has been staying the same. That's not really what the not the Democrats, but what Karen Avila wants there. Margin here also continues to increase, almost at 50,000 right now. I mean, it was expected ultimately. Many people said that Raja had this already on the bag, and then we had this. So, I mean, politics can be unpredictable. That's why sometimes it's not great to try to predict it and to try to make such bold predictions, saying it's nowhere possible that such candidate wins, and then have a surprise. Sometimes it happens. Let's just go here to Cook County. We're still missing the 25 counties. We're still missing the same thing here. And in this case, let's just check how this thing is. Let's just check there. Will County. That's zero. I don't know why it says that. And we didn't have any new update. Now the margin just closed again. It's now only 23,000. The margin has been closing as more votes are coming in through Illinois. Illinois. I don't know where these votes came in from Cook. I don't know. Just check there. So Holy Kim is doing great in the rural parts, at least in some of them. We don't have the separation. That's a pity, to be honest. But Karina Villa is winning in Kane County. Probably got votes from there, and she's getting it. Probably she's from a district right here. That's why she's getting such a prediction. We're still missing around, as you can see here, 445,000 plus 398,000, which is around 850,000 votes. Still ways to go. Now, I would say that Juliana's trend are probably going to reach 40. That's just my prediction. Look at this. Look at this again. Small cities are now at, and suburban counties are now at 0.57 towards Raja. This will probably flip. I said this would happen, and now it's just becoming a reality. Now it's 0.27, so it actually will continue to shrink and shrink and shrink. This will flip. It's just a matter of time because the election vote are becoming much better for Scranton, and this is just brutal. I mean, it's already a 50,000 margin. Yes, 50,000, as you can see here in CNN's website. I just want to check again Chicago. Is at 73%, and in Cook Suburbs at 91%. Let's just check DuPage, for example. We're still at 57%, ways to go. I mean, 56% for Raja. I mean, Raja is going to win most of the suburban counties over here, but we're also considering small cities. And in small cities, the Giuliani is actually doing great. Let's check the House again. Check here, we're still missing that one. I mean, Melissa won this. I don't know why they didn't project yet. I'm sorry. But this is already gone for Melissa, and here is already gone for Danielle. Base, at least we already projected. And we still have another one there in Chicago. Let's just go there. LaShawn Ford. This is a very competitive election. I'm not going to project it yet, even though it's only 4 points. Not even 4 points. And here, this one. This one is the one that we have still ways to go. Let's just check that one. The Illinois 15th congressional district. Some people don't really take a lot into account, and we have very competitive race. So let's just check that one from the votes we're having so far. Not this one here. So right now it seems that now we have 13 people watching. Let's go. And it seems right now that Jennifer Todd is getting 45 against 34. So let's just check. Paul Davis is getting here 60%, and in Springfield, which is Sangamon County, Jennifer is getting 52%. The rest is mostly splitted. I just want to show where the votes left to be reported. In Douglas County, you don't have more things there, which is still very interesting. I mean, this will be looks like that in this southern part of the state. The other district, Paul Davis is doing better so far, but we still have a very preliminary count. It's only 38%. We cannot even judge anything based on that. Now it's 51.5. I mean, that's normal. I said as more votes come from the rural areas, this will probably increase, and it is increasing. We'll see by how much. In the controller primary, now the lead is cut to only 2.7 points. 2.7 points. That's really what's happening here. Very competitive primary, certainly. And I mean, I'm not saying that Croak will lose this, but still, the margin is only now 23,000 votes. 23,000 votes is the margin. So we still have ways to go. But I mean, the more rural counties are filling in, the more percentage is coming down from Margaret Croak. Okay, now we just got more votes, and the margin was it stayed the same mostly. I think it stayed the same. And yeah, 69% now in the Democratic Party. I'm just going to do a quick break now. So right now, let's just check. Now we're at 71%, and Raja went down again. I don't know. Maybe he got votes from DuPage. Yes, we got votes from DuPage. DuPage is now. We got more votes in DuPage, and DuPage continues to go down percentage-wise for Raja. And I think, look at this, small cities now at 0.05. So this is actually a very, very interesting result. We're almost getting the flip here, and it will be such an amazing stuff to watch. I mean, this is gone. I mean, it's gone for Raja at a long time ago, at least like an hour or so. We already Summer is saying a lot of times that Raja is gone, and only NBC already projected. CNN didn't, nor the New York Times, which is very interesting. And here's 51.4. It actually went down, probably because of DuPage County getting more votes. I'm sorry. Here continues to go down now. 0.1 now down again. And the margin now is only 2.6. No, 2.4. Let's. I'm sorry. Let's just see the new update. So that's 35.4. That's not even 2.4. That's 2.6. 2.6 points here. Very interesting for sure. We're still now 69% in. And Cook is now, we just got more votes out of Cook. Let's just check that. 91% in the suburbs and 75% in the city. So the city is now at 75%. It continues to go at the same rate here. We're still at the same rate. Okay, that's interesting. And yeah, I mean, okay, we're still at the same rate there. Now it continues to go down here because of DuPage. DuPage just got more votes. It's normal. And now in the Democratic Party, still saying the same. Here we just got more votes. I mean, this is gone. I mean, Junai Ahmed got more votes, but it was partially because of Kane County, because he was doing great there. We're still missing. Now we have 9 people watching. Let's go, guys. You can comment something. I can be very happy to answer you. And now we're still at 232 subscribers. Let's reach 233 subscribers. That will all be amazing. Cook County is still at 93. Still it's already at 93 now. 60% in DuPage County. That's interesting. And yeah, the problem is DuPage County. But I already project this for Melissa Bean. We're only 14% away until 100%, and the margin is 3,000. It was the same margin as it was before. Here we're still the same. And now let's just check that. Okay, now it went up again for Juliana, and Juliana took the lead. Look at here. Just gonna now go there. Look at this. Juliana took the lead right now. Just gonna go from there. So Juliana now took the lead in the small cities and suburban parts of the state of Illinois. Now it's Trenton plus 1.1. So Trenton now is plus 8 in urban counties. In the rural parts, I think, Raja is going to win this. It's the most moderate Democrats that live there. It makes sense because Trenton is a more moderate Democrat. I'm sorry, Raja is a more moderate Democrat. Now we're still missing 411, and 353,000. Did Decision Desk projected this? I'm sorry, what I'm doing. They didn't. It's very, very weird why they didn't project it. So to the House again. So we're still missing the same things here. Let's go here. 83%, and it's still leading the same people. So the same people are still leading the... I don't know why can I not zoom out this stuff. I don't know. Here, Melissa Bean is still leading, and she's probably going to win this. And also in the Illinois 9th, Danielle Biss, I already projected it to win. It's going to be very competitive, but Kat, I don't think she has any chance, to be honest here. It's going to be very competitive, but still, 82% in. I can check that one. Let's just check that one. Where it is here, the 9th congressional district. I think it's the 9th. Now we have 12 people watching. I think it's the 9th congressional district. As you can see here, Biss is winning by 4 points exactly. And we're still missing McCarran County, and McCarran County is like 6,000 votes. Still missing a little bit of Cook County. The problem is I want the separation from Chicago and Cook. That'll probably be interesting. I'm just trying here to check, but it's not easy. Not easy to do that. I don't know why, but yeah, it's not easy. Yeah. Now we have 13 people watching. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why it's so hard to really get that. I'm trying to get a separate because Chicago and Cook, even though they're the same county, they actually have different patterns when it comes to voting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now we're still waiting for that county. Okay, now let's go here. So Stratton plus 0.11. We probably got more votes out of Rajas. Maybe here. Yes. No, it wasn't. Oh, it was. It was in DuPage County. Got more votes there in DuPage County, which makes sense. DuPage County is a more Raja friendly county, if you will, in that regard. It was overwhelmingly expected. Now we have 12 people watching. Let's reach 15. We didn't reach 15. The maximum was 14, if I'm not mistaken. Cook County still at 82% in, 54% in for Lake County, 55% for McCreary County. We're still missing a little bit more of McCreary in that district. Okay, in the Republican side, we're at 46% in, and I mean, Don Tracy's gonna win this. We already projected this a long time ago. Let's just check the races again. Again, becoming more competitive this race as more votes are coming in. Now only 20, it's still the same margin, 23,000 nominally still the same margin. In terms of percentage, it's a much closer margin, which is interesting for sure to think about it. Now let's just go to this one. Still staying at the same, now 3 points. It went up a little bit as it was expected. And here it is going down. But just slightly. We got now McCreary County. Look at this. Daniel Elbis is winning that, not by a very substantial margin, not by a lopsided margins. It's not that, but he's winning, and that's what matters here. Cook is going 87% in, 65 in Lake County. So yeah, ways to go there. And here in the Democrat, I'm sorry, this is the senatorial primary. Yeah, 39.34 Juliana. And Raj is getting 34. I mean, this result was overwhelmingly not expected by anyone. I mean, people were favoring Raja, even Poly Market, even Kalshi, the betting markets were favoring him. But this was unexpected in the sense that it was an interesting result, an interesting night for sure. I just want to zoom in just so you can check it better, the results. So this was a result. I mean, Juliana is probably going to reach 40% when everything is done. At least that's my prediction right now. Now you still have 10 people watching. I was just checking it. I'm sorry. And Raj is probably going to go below 33. That's just the only explanation. Probably will be even worse than that. Because it's really the way they're counting votes. Election day votes are better for Stratton. And this is what's happening here. We'll see. But this is not a great scenario. At least a liberal or a progressive is winning. I'm not saying that's bad or great. That's up for you to decide. I'm just saying it's a new ways of doing politics in the sense that Mandani won in November. That was a shift. Now you have more liberals winning against all odds. At least, I mean, when you consider what we had in the at least in the polling market and Kalshi odds, never anyone expected this. I can show to you here the evolution of the odds. I mean, they were giving almost 70% or close to 60% for Raja, and then in Poly Market in Kalshi was even higher for Raja. Raja was getting almost 70 so's, and that was the question. I mean, he lost, and a lot. I mean, there's nothing we can say about it. Now the margin has continued to go up here in the Republican primary for Secretary of State. I think the Democratic primary is like non-opposed. Yeah, it's uncontested. Here now we just got more votes. Still the same point. Still not getting a lot of differences. Let's just check. Okay, now we got more votes here as well. And as you can see here, Stratton is still leading by 0.11 in the small cities and suburbans. Rural parts is going by 6 towards Raja, but still, I mean, it's gone. Everything is gone. Everything is over. We're still missing around less than 800,000. But let's just check the districts in the House. 46 to 34% here. Let's just go there as well here. Okay, 86% in Melissa is still leading. Danielle Biss is still winning 86%. And we still have another one here. Okay, Lishon Ford is winning 24 to 20%. This is a very competitive one. I'm not going to project this one yet because this is going to be a tough one. Let's just check the 7th. Because it's probably the most competitive one, at least so far, within 4 points. So this is the district. You only have Cook County. Okay, so you can actually this. I was just checking if you do have the separation between Chicago and Cook, but again, we don't. Maybe here we can check where is the U.S. representative, the 7th congressional district. It's here, the Democratic. So right now the Democratic, the for these winning cat. Where is cat? This is cat district. I'm just sorry. No, this is Melissa district. Getting 20%. Where is Melissa? Here. Melissa is getting 14. So actually, we still have 2 precincts to go, but this is mostly over. It's mostly over here. It's mostly over. We only have 2 precincts to go in the suburbs of Cook. So the rest probably in Chicago, which probably will be better for I'm sorry for Melissa. Probably. I mean, this is probably. We never know the future. This is just expectations. But in terms of the whole Cook County, we're still missing around 55 precincts. Let's just check again all of the districts. Okay, here we still have 71% in. We still have ways to go. So here we're almost approaching 4 points now. It'll probably be higher than that. Here's still the same thing. Here as well. And yeah, here as well, the same thing in the Democratic side. I'm just going to now do a quick break of around 5 minutes or so. I'm going to leave here in the Democratic primary because it's the most competitive one, but it's already decided, at least in my view, and I already told you my opinion. I'm going to be back quite soon from now. I'm just going to do a quick break now to drink water and eat something. Thank you. So I'm back, guys, and now as you can see here, we have now 76% of the vote. I just want to check if we do have more votes out of Cook. Yes, we do have more votes out of Cook. Let's just check from where these votes came from. It's very important. So right now, Chicago is at 79%. It was at 70 so percent. Now it's at 79. And and also here in Cook suburbs now is at 94. So we're almost done there. Let's check the House because I think we got some projections, at least in the we got some projections in this in some district, which here the eighth congressional district now has got a projection, and as you can see over here, Melissa Bean will be the new it's going to be the new member of Congress basically because it's a very Democratic district. But this is going to be the new nominee for the Democratic side in the House, the 8th Congressional District. Still waiting for the ninth and also for the 7th. They already projected the ninth for the Danielle Biss, even though it's going to be very competitive for sure, but it's going to be for him probably. In Illinois, 15th congressional district race, we're still missing a bit. Now we just project Melissa Bean here in the New York Times, as you can see. And yeah, let's just go here as well. That's very important. Still the same now. It's only now 2.6 points. Very competitive as well. Probably will go to Margaret Croak, even though we never know the future. And it's going to be very interesting stuff because right now it seems that we could have that separation between. Now we have 13 people watching. Let's subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm going to be here at least for at least some moments because we still have ways to go. I want to get at least every house race projected, so we're still going to be here for some minutes or hours or so. Not a long time, but at least an hour or so. Let's go just to test. Okay, we got more votes here. Danielle B's cat went up a lot, 0.2% or 0.2 percentage points. So cat is going up as more votes are coming. The problem is, will it be enough? The problem is, that's really the problem. I don't think it will be enough, but that's just my prediction right now. As I said, I don't think she has the ability to win. At least that's my view right now. Let's just go to here to the Republican side. 40.1% for the Republicans, nothing to be unexpected there. I just go here, yeah, 52.3, 48.0, yeah. The Democratic side we're 78% in. The Republican side we're 51% in. And let's just go to the Secretary of State. Where is that? Because it's a very competitive election. Now we just got more votes here. Look at this Democratic primary for the 7th. We just got more votes, and I mean it's stayed mostly the same thing. This is the most competitive one, probably. Arguably is the most competitive one. 3,000 votes. It's less than 3. It's more. It's a little bit more than 3 points. So it's going to be very, very competitive. And now let's just go here to check how is this stuff. And as you can see here, small cities and suburban, Strandon is winning by 0.29. In these urban parts of the state, Strandon is winning by 9 points. I don't know. They consider urban DuPage and also Cook County, which is interesting. I mean, DuPage is probably suburban, at least in my view, but they see it as urban. Okay, it depends on the interpretation you mentioned those places. But now Raja is getting 45% there. We'll see. It won't be enough to get any result. I mean, Raja is going to lose this. We already said that multiple times. I don't know how many times I need to say that Raja is going to lose this. Doesn't matter what happens. I mean, it does matter what happens, but he's not getting the votes he needs in any place. So, yeah. We're still missing now 3 projections on the Democratic side. Republican side, we're still missing. We just projected this one. I'm not sorry. This one here? No. Okay, we're still missing that one in the 17th. Maybe I can open this one. Because it's probably going to be interesting. Okay, we just got more votes here. I'm going to check that preview after it. Let's just go here to the 17th because we're still missing that one. Very competitive for sure. Look at this. And it has a split. So the northern part of this district is more towards Julie. I'm not going to say her name. I'm sorry. And Dylan is better in the south. Why is that? I'm not so sure about it. Let's just check the votes right now. Okay, here's some ways to go, but this one is gone. Okay, I don't know. Maybe she's from here. Maybe that's a great theory, if you will. Okay, now Decision Desk HQ is projecting Juliana Strandon to really be the nominee there. I just want to say I just want to say something now very important. As I said before, Melissa won the nomination, and this is a victory for APAC. APAC spent a lot of money on her in order for her to win, and that was it. Let's just go here. Now the vote hub is saying why the New York Times is considering DuPage urban. I have the same question. I really why they're considering. Yeah, man, it can be urban if you, but it's really not the interpretation I want, to be honest. Um, yeah, I have 7 people watching. I mean, this is not a being a very successful live stream, but it's not being so bad as well. The most competitive one right now we have in the non-projected are the 11th, certainly. Only 44%. This is the 11th. Right now we're still missing a lot in DuPage. DuPage is probably the one that has the highest, at least so far. Since you hear DuPage, you still have a long way to go. But it's a very evenly split, so not going to take a lot of votes there. The problem is this one's here. Yeah, I think the Republicans will probably win this. Not the Republicans, but Jeff Waller. Of course, they're all Republicans, but yeah, he's probably gonna win this. So now it's 52-48 here, 50% in, and here is slightly worse again for Karina Villa. Again, 24,000. Still the same thing. Let's check DuPage. Now Juliana Stranton reached 400,000 votes. DuPage continues to shrink. It was at 47 or 48% at some point. Now it's at 44, which is interesting. I mean, Raj is getting very big votes here, but the problem is this is not enough to compensate what he's losing in Cook, and that's really the problem here. You cannot compensate. It's not comparable. You cannot have a comparison. It's really about that. Yeah. Now I don't know. Let's check how many votes we're still missing. We're still missing around 550,000 or so. It's more than that. It's like 600,000. But yeah, we're almost there. We already have more than a million votes already cast, I think. Let's just check. A million at the Democratic side, and we have 1.4 million votes cast, which is great. Always great to have a very big number of votes. Okay, let's just go again to the House here, because we're still missing a bit in the Republican side. So this one, Jeff Walter is getting 43 against 38. That's the district we were seeing before. This one is probably going to go for Jennifer Davis. At least it's supposed to be there anyway. Yeah, probably John. But we're still only 54% in, so we're still missing a bit of the vote there. We're only missing 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Republican side. In the Democratic side, we're only missing 1 and 2 and 3. This one is probably gone, but it's still at 48%. That's why they're being conservative. In the Attorney General is unopposed. In the government, Republican side already projected. Yes, that's gone. Now we have 14 people watching. Thank you guys. Let's go. We're gonna be here still for a while. And okay, let's just now go Democratic side again. Almost close to 60,000 now. Close to 60,000. Now we got just slightly more votes here. Let's just check here the Cook suburbs if we do have more. Okay, now we have more. Only 21 precincts left in Cook suburban Cook County in terms of election results. Now we have 13 people watching. Here we just got a little bit more. 80% now in the Democratic side. We're still missing some. Let's go to the state legislature just to check if we do have something. We do have a lot to go yet. Look at this. But most of them are already projected, so we're still missing a bit, but it's mostly is gone, so that's great. Still 84% in Cook County Board Presidents. That doesn't matter. Let's check that one as well here for the Illinois. Okay, going down big. Now it's only 2.5. That's the smallest margin percentage-wise that we got here. It's still at 24,000 or 23,000 if you round it up the margins. DuPage still ways to go. Karen Neville leaning there. Also King County, we already got more votes there. Kendall still at 89%, so we still have a little bit more there. The problem is in this area, Margaret Croak is like cooked in many of these counties. The problem is she's living in Cook County. That's basically, we should have 18% left there. Probably will be better. Let's check that just for a sense of to know what's happening. Let's go to the Senate and controller. So control, this is what we have. 43% for Margaret Croak and Karen Neville at 29. The problem is I want to get a split between election and voter. I cannot. So maybe I can hear. Controller, where is controller? Maybe I can go to results. Look here, we already have most of the precincts reported. Let's go to the governor. No, controller. Here, and maybe we can go to vote types. And as you can see here, election day, Holy Kim is winning. No, it's not. Margaret Croak is winning. No, actually, Karen Neville is winning 7,700, but it's mostly evenly split. So yeah, there's some correlation that election vote is actually better for Fort Villa, but it's actually not that significant at all. It's not a huge gap, so it might not be enough. Now we just got more votes. Now it's 5 points here. Diane Harris is getting 5 points right now. You can see here really the difference. Let's just go to this thing here, to that one. Now it's trend plus 0.71 points. And we're at 80%, and we're still missing around, that's right, like 500,000, not even 500,000 votes. I'm just going to do now a quick break, and I'll be back with more votes in about like 2 or 3 or 4 minutes from now. So right now, let's just do a quick update now. The new results we have now, we're at 82% in the Democratic primary, 40% for Juliana, and 33% for, it's almost at 40%, so that's it. And we still have 13% away, we still have 13% left in Cook County. Again, as you can check here, rural county is now only by 5, and small cities is Stratton plus 1.4. Continues to go up and up and up as it was expected. Daniel Beats now, they were projected his win as it was expected. I said that a long time ago. Here as well, there were also projected Diane Harris to win the race here in the Republican primary. They project, I think it was Decision Desk HQ that projected it. And here it's still very competitive, but ultimately I think it will go to Margaret Croak, even though it's still very competitive. You look at this and it's 35%, 32.5%. It's really competitive. It's really amazing. I mean, and here Sean is now getting 24 to 20. It's a difference of almost 2,000 votes. 3,000 votes. I'm sorry. And I mean, we still have around 14,000. That's why we need to be conservative here, and it might change. But look at the difference. It's 89,000 votes for the Democrats, and only 5,000 votes for the Republicans. The turnout is just the difference. It's abysmal. I have now 14 people watching. Let's go, guys. Subscribe to the channel. We're close to 233 subscribers. We're at 232. Let's just subscribe one person to the channel. I mean, come on, guys. It's not that difficult, okay? That helps a lot the channel. You know, every subscriber helps the channel grow even more. And I have election coverages for every election in the United States, every major, not even major, like primaries or special elections. I'm going to be here. Also, we have predictions. We have analysis of trends, like will Pennsylvania become the new Ohio, for example? Why are young voters turning to be more MAGA friendly, for example? That's just another example. We're still missing here around 400,000. It's a little bit more than that, but it doesn't matter. In the Republican side, we're taking so long because, I mean, they have less mail-in votes. They vote usually more election day. That's why this happens. But as you can see here, Don Tracy is winning in mostly every county, except from this little county here is still getting only 31%. It's interesting. But the rest is gone. As you can see here as well. Still at 58% now. I just want to check here in the CNN website. So we're at 65,000 in the Republican side. The difference is 74,000. So we already have 1.1 million votes, I think, almost 1.1 million votes in the Democratic side. In the Republican side, we're close now to 400,000. Yeah, exactly, 400,000. So we're close to 1.5 million votes, probably more than that. We'll get and reach that. Now we can go to the House. We still have that one to be projected, the 7th, even though right now I still think Sean Ford has the advantage. It's going to be very, very close, but I think he has the advantage. If you go to this district here, the 15th district, we only have 56% in, very competitive, only 11 points. That's the difference, even though I still think Jennifer Todd has the advantage there as well. If you go to the Republican side, we shall have more to project. This one was the one we had before. 56% is in. That's a 15 points gap as well. Here we do have another one. That's closer. It's closer. That's the 11th. We're waiting for this one. This is the 8th. Still very competitive. I mean, it's 11 points, so this one is mostly gone. I think Jennifer Davis has the advantage, as I said before as well. This is the 9th. John Ellison here as well. The problem is the percentage only 54% in. This can change dramatically. That's why I'm not going to put too much into it. But the rest is mostly gone. We got 2 races in Pennsylvania. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry. We got 2 races in Pennsylvania. I don't know why it doesn't show it here, but I can show to you the votes. We got these 2 races in Pennsylvania. One was won by the Republicans. Both were run by the Republicans, but this one was by 15 points. It was another performance, if I'm not mistaken here. We also got another one, which was right here. I'm sorry. This is taking a little bit of time. Let's just check here as well to check how many votes we already have. So right now we already have here We're only missing like 20 precincts. I'm gonna just close this. Doesn't matter. Let's just go here in Pennsylvania now. In this one is a more competitive district because it has Cumberland County slightly more Democratic, but still Republicans won by. We're still missing some votes, but the Republicans won by 20 points already projected as well, so that's gone as well. Now yeah, we have now New York Times just projected Juliana Stratton to win. I mean, a long time ago, we already projected this like 2,000 years ago. They only projected right now. They want to be more conservative. It makes sense. The votes left right now, we still have 96,000 in Chicago. I mean, I'm gonna be here for like 30 minutes or so, because yeah, I need to go as well. But I think I'm just gonna be here for some more minutes until we project the house races. We still have some ways to go here. Like this one is gone. That one is not. The problem is the 11th. The rest is like it doesn't have any option. The problem is the 11th. Let's just open here the 11th. Where is that? I can check it here. Illinois 11th. As you can see here, each one is the most competitive we have so far. Only 45% in. That's really the problem. I'm gonna be back in just a few minutes from now. As soon as we have more votes, I'm just gonna leave here the Democratic side. I'm gonna leave the Republican side because it's the one we have more votes to be counted. I'm just gonna leave it here as well. It's just, oh, maybe I can show you both. I'm not so sure like this. No, it's maybe like this. Maybe better like this. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna be back soon. For now, let's just do a new quick update in the state of play in Illinois. We do have new updates now. Let's just check it. I'm just here checking how the stuff is. So let's just go through it. The Democratic side, we have now 85% in. You can see here Juliana Stratton getting 40%. So now we have 233 subscribers. Thank you for the new subscriber. Thank you. It's really amazing. Let's reach now 234. So Cook County is now close to in. We still have a long way to go there. It's not a long way to go, but it still has, as you can see here, almost 100,000 votes. How big Cook County is. It's really big. Now we have 15 people. It's a new record. And in terms of the small cities and suburban parts, as you can see here, 2 points for Stratton, and in terms of the Republican side is really big, as you can see here, 40% to 23%, not even a fight. Yeah, I mean it's gone. Let's just check here in terms of the Secretary of State. As you can see here, already 6 points. So I can project for Diane Harris. She's gonna be the. Now we have 18 people watching. Let's go, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I was just checking. Let's go to 20 people now. So Diane Harris is probably gonna win this. It's probably no. It's my projection at least right now. Oh, it just shrunk a little bit, but it doesn't matter. And yeah, in terms of the 11th district here, you can see. This is the controller primary. It's very competitive in the Democratic side. As you can see over here, very competitive, 35, 33 to 24. Now I have 19 people watching. Let's go to 20. Thank you guys for all the support. It's such an amazing thing. I just want to say really thank you for everyone. Let's reach 234. I don't know. It's probably not that hard. I mean, I think you can achieve that. It will be amazing if we do. It's just going to be really amazing. I just want to say that. I'm just here trying to. Now I have 20 people watching. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't forget to leave your like as well. We're almost finishing here in Illinois. Next week we're going to have a very important election in Arkansas. We're going to have a very important election in the Supreme Court. It's a runoff between two, not in the Supreme Court, it's a runoff in the Secretary of State in Arkansas, between in the Republican primary. It was a very competitive election. I can show here to you just to a minute. It's a very interesting runoff next week. Not next week, the next week, in the 31st of March. As you can see here in the Secretary of State, it was a very competitive primary in the Republican side. As you can see here, a very interesting map as well. It's going to be a runoff between between the first two as well, of course, and that will be a very, very interesting result for sure. So now we have 17 people watching. Let's go. As you can see here as well, in terms of the controller primary, 35 for this Democrat, and also 32.4 for this Democrat. So right now, as you can see here, the margin is only 2.4 points. The problem is we're getting the votes are getting over. We cannot have more votes. Only have 18% left. And let's just check where the majority votes are in Cook County, DuPage, and also Lake County. So the majority of the votes are in the region of Chicago, as it was overwhelmingly expected. If you go here to the 11th now, we're at 45%, now we're at 51% reported. And as you can see here now, Jeff Walter has 43%. This is the most competitive race you have to project. But yeah, I think, and now we just project LaShawn Ford to win the Democratic primary in the 7th congressional district here, as you can see. As I can go here, and as you can see here in the Democratic side, we have everything projected except from the 15th, even though this one is almost projected. I mean, it's over 11 points. I know it's 70% in, so it still has a little bit to go there, but it's mostly in. And I just want to say that it's probably going to be towards the Democrats. I just want to say that as well. Not towards the Democrats. I'm sorry, towards Jennifer Todd. Probably going to be the nominee for the Democrats in that district, which would probably be a Republican district. And see here in terms of turnout, this is a Republican district overwhelmingly. This is probably very hard. Mary Mueller is probably going to be reelected, and that will be very, very interesting in November. But this is probably going to be very hard. It needs to be a very big blue wave in such a number that people never thought it would be possible. And now you have 14 people watching. Let's go. So let's just go here to we still have around less than 400,000. No, not less. It's 406,000. Let's just go to the Republican side, just check how much we have to project. We have this one, which will probably go. That's the most competitive one. We still have to project. This one will go to John Ellison. He's still 55% in, but I think it will go to John Ellison. And this one to Jennifer Davis, as I said before. And the rest is already, everything is projected. I just want to go now. I'm going to do a quick break again because we don't have many. Let's just get, yes, we writing on Lieutenant Governor for Senator. Stratton win for Senator for West Illinois suburbs. I mean, yes, she won. It was an amazing win. I never thought this would be possible. Really, I thought what would happen here was probably a win by Raja. At least that's what most people said it will happen. At least the polls, Polly Market, Kalshi, all of them said that Raja had the advantage. But you know how polls can be sometimes. And this is not just a win in terms of percentage. It's not just a win in terms of votes. It's really a win in terms of enthusiasm, in terms of really big win. I mean, she's leading by almost 70,000 votes or so. This is a brutal, a very big win, and the Democrats should be very happy because she's in the new way of the Democratic Party, more liberal, more progressive, like in the way of Mandani. And that's great for the Democratic Party because they can produce more enthusiasm. And we saw that in Chicago specifically, a very liberal city. Democrats got like 90% there or 85% there in Chicago last time in 2024. So this is actually a great result for them. And we'll see if that will actually continue or not. But what can I say about this is polls are polls. They can be mistaken most of the time. They are actually. And enthusiasm matters. And this is actually a very important scenario. I made a video where I projected Raja to win because that was based on the polls. Raja did not win, and Raja will lose by much. I think Juliana can actually, or Stratton can actually reach 40%. That will be a statement, and that's really something. I just gonna now do a quick break, and I'll be back in about some minutes from now when we have more results. That's it. So right now we're gonna have a new update now in the votes. So as you can see here, just now, thank you for all the for the new subscriber now at 234. That's amazing. Let's reach more. Let's reach 235. But as you can see here now, we have more votes, and Juliana now Strandon is now at close to 40%. Is at 39.8 as it was expected. I said probably she's gonna reach 40%. In the Republican side, we're getting 40% for Don Tracy. Also, Jeannie Evans at 23%. That doesn't matter. So the Republican side is gone as well. In terms of the Secretary of State in the Republican primary, uh, Diane Harris won this. I already said that. So it's the votes are getting or just confirming that. In terms of the controller, the margin is down to 2.3. The margin continues to close and close and close as we have more votes. And right now, we're only 16% away until things are done. And as you can see here, um, 84% is in, almost 1.1 million votes reported. I just want to check now. Cook County is at 86%, so it's actually a bit of, we still have voice to go there. That probably will help Margaret Croak. Let's just check how many precincts are out in Cook suburbs. Okay, Cook suburbs are done. They're 100%. So it's just Chicago. Let's check here in the Senate because that's probably important in the sense. So Cook suburbs is at 100%, 95. Yeah, but they're gone. At least in the official website is gone. They might have some early votes. We don't know that exact number. They might change. Um, yeah, they might change. That's just a problem in the sense that we don't know whether that will change or not. Are we still at 234? And just checking that. That's really the point. So, but right now in terms of Chicago, we're at 85, but this is at 85 in the Republican side. I think it's at 84, so we're almost there. I just want to check here something as well. Look at the margin now, 41 for. Look, Raja started here at 46 or 47. Right now he's at 33. That's really a statement of how bad the election vote has been for Raja. Here as well, like in DuPage counties, can actually. I don't see this flipping at 94%, so it's not going to flip. Here Raja getting 44, so he's probably going to flip that much there. Here Kelly is going to win her district, one of the counties in her district. Now we have 17 people watching. Let's go. Let's just check here again. We're now 2.4 again. 2.4 is like 25,000 votes. And here we just got more now. And the margin has been staying most of the same. So yeah, we're not seeing too much of a difference here. I just want to check really how many votes you're there. We are there. So here we have around just 91%. Which is the county that has the lowest? Is Lake County. Lake County, which is right here. But it's a very small portion. It's only 345 votes. Like we have 600 votes there. It's not going to matter because we have more than 1,000 votes difference right now. Let's just check the other one, which is, I mean, we just got more votes, I think. Yes, Lake is at 92%. I know they updated this somehow. Let's just go to the Secretary of State, still at 80% now. Democrats still standing. I just want to go to the Democrats just to check that one. Look at this. Now it's Trenton +2 in the urban cities and all of that stuff. So we have already 17 people watching again. We're gonna have a live stream, as I said that in the chat. We're gonna have a live stream on the 31st of March, covering Arkansas runoff, especially in the Secretary of State Republican primary. And on the 7th of April, we're gonna have a runoff in Georgia. In April, we don't have a lot of races, but then in May, we'll have a lot of them. It's basically every week we're gonna have races, and it will be an amazing stuff. We're gonna have Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky, a lot of states getting primaries, and that'll be amazing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we're gonna have all of that. We're gonna have all of that here, covering all of that because it's really the purpose of this channel is to have an unbiased analysis of everything, and specifically one that you can trust. And that's really important. And now we have 20 people again watching, and yeah, that's great. I would say that's great. Let's go to the map in CNN because I want to check. We do have some counties that they didn't have anything projected, which is anything reported, which is really bad. I mean, 3 hours after the polls closed in Illinois, we're already here in live stream for, let's check, for 3 hours and 30 minutes almost. That's virtually it's virtually something, and yeah. But yeah, let's just check how the house races are, because I'm almost closing to end the live stream because we already have everything projected. Let's just check the house. So house in the Democratic side, everything is projected. So this is something great. If you are a Democrat, you have everything projected. In terms of the important seats, I just want to check it here. So in terms of the key races, you have the seventh, Sean Ford won there. Melissa Bean in the eighth, so she's going to be back to Congress there. Also, many Democrats are saying that you should vote in the Republican because they don't like that Melissa Bean is back. Then you have Daniel Beast as well, leading leading and won in the ninth, and that's it. That's it basically. In the Republican side, we're still missing one. I think it's the 11th. It's the most competitive one, as you can see here. Is only 5 points, so it's very competitive. But yeah, we'll have to wait. That's really what happens here. We'll have to wait. Now we're at 234 still. That's it. I mean, guys, that's it. Now in control, we're still at 85, 82 in the Republican side, 88 in the Democratic side. We're still missing 250,000 votes. We're still going to be here at least like 20 minutes or so, and I'll be gone. That's it. Let's just now zoom in here. And that's it. I'm going to just do a quick break, and I'll be back in a minute. So right now, let's just do a new quick update. We now have 88% in the Democratic side. We have over 84% in the Republican side. So we're almost tracking both. You can see here Stratton getting plus 3%, as you can see here in the small cities and suburban. That continues to go up and up and up as you have more results. I just want to check something. This is a very interesting fact, by the way. If we take out Cook County, which is supposed to be a best result for Stratton, that actually means that they're just tied and she can still win without it. I just wanted to go to the Senate here, Democratic side, 75,000. That's the amazing lead. I mean, nobody was expecting such thing. Now I have 18 people watching. Let's go. Let's subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's reach 235 subscribers. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys, and subscribe to the channel, please, if you're new. And now as you can see here, in the Republican side as well, 87,000. So the margin, I mean, this is incredible. In the House, we were still missing the one in the Republican side, even though now we're at 85%. We can actually say that Jeff Walter is probably going to win that. We're going to see that in a minute from now. Let's just check that one here. That's still the same thing. Illinois Secretary of State. So the New York Times projected it. Diane Harris to win the Republican primary. As I said multiple times before, she will win there. So I'm going to just close it. In the comptroller primary, as you can see here, very competitive still. 2.3 points. That's really the margin. Now, less than 30,000 votes. Still 15% ways to go there. And here is at 85%. Let's just check where the votes are still missing. So we still have Boone County. Boone County, which is right here. So that is for Jeff Walter getting a margin. So he can get in the ballpark of 40 votes. It doesn't matter. The problem is McHenry County here, but he's winning. So I think we can say that Jeff Walter is the last one to be projected and he will win. So there's nothing to be concerned about in that regard. And let's just check the other races if we do have something new. It might be interesting to watch. Now we have 18 people watching. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's just check here. Let's just go there. Let's go, guys. Let's go to 235 subscribers. I mean, it's not asking too much. It's just one subscriber. It's not really difficult. We have 18 people watching. Let's just subscribe to the channel. It's not that difficult. It's free. You can just do it in just less than a second. Just check here in the races we still have to project. Most of them are already projected. So in the county assessor, still waiting in terms of Cook County there. Very interesting, by the way. We're still waiting there. We already projected Secretary of State as it was expected. We're still missing here in DuPage County in terms of the Democratic primary, in Kane County as well. The others are already projected. County Treasurer, we already have everything projected. Sheriff, we're still missing some. And in terms of the Water Reclaim Commissioner, still missing as well one race. But most of them are already projected, which is very nice that we're getting actual results. Just revamped something. In Pennsylvania, got 2 races tonight. Republicans won both of them. And won by similar margins than in 2024, so not actually surprised. Still missing now around 240,000 votes. I'll be back just in a minute with more votes. The election will not end right now until we have the election projected in the Republican side in the 11th congressional district. I'll see you. I'll be back in just a minute from now. Some minutes from now. As you can see here right now, just before I do a quick break, Juliana Stranton is now getting almost 40%, 39.9%, so she will probably get the 40% I said she would. So as you can see here now, we're at 89%. It's very, very close to the end. We're just gonna end the live stream in about like 10-15 minutes from now. I'm not gonna be here like too much long because it doesn't really matter. Everything is already decided now. So it's interesting that the Democrat Stanton is getting probably gonna get a higher percentage than Don Tracy at the end, which is ultimately a very interesting stuff. Also in terms of the comptroller primary, I mean, it's still staying at 2.3, so nothing out of reality, to be honest. It's still at 87%. I think this race will be not called today because you still have the million ballots that can arrive 14 days later. So it's probably a mistake. So Jeff Walter just got projected. That's the last one to get projected there. You can see here CNN probably also did as well. Yes, exactly. Look at this. It's already projected. Let's just go over there in the Senate. This is really good. We also have some counties that didn't mention they don't have any vote, like this one as well. Ford County. You have here some ties. For example, like Jasper County, very interesting counties just to check. But what's interesting here, Chicago is at 86%, and the subs are at 95. The subs are already gone, so very interesting stuff. The Republican side, as you can see here, you have some Jenny Evans in this part, but Don Tracy. As still in the governor race, Trump endorsed Darren Bailey. That's why he got a huge percentage in all of these very small counties. This is Trump country. Trump gets a very high percentage in all of these places, and the Republicans also got. What's interesting in this part is look at this. Chicago, for example, Tad Dabrowski did actually great in those places in the suburbs, but the rest was ultimately for the Trump endorsed candidate. I mean, that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna end the live stream right here. We're already missing around 200,000 votes, but it's residual and already projected everything. I'm just gonna end now the live stream here. Thank you for all the support. Please, if you are there, can still subscribe to the channel to reach 235, and then I'll be very happy, and then I can say you thank you personally in the live stream. So I'm gonna just wait a little bit, like 30 seconds or so. But yeah, it was really amazing to have all of these hours. But yeah, that's it. I mean, that's it, guys. We're now still at 234, I think. Let's just check. Yeah, still at 234. We're gonna end with 7 people watching. We got like 20 at the maximum. But that's it. Guys, thank you for all the support, and we'll see you in the next live stream, which will be on 2 weeks from now, on Tuesday, the 31st of March. We'll have a live stream, beautiful live stream in Arkansas. But until then, we're gonna have videos on Friday, on Sunday, Friday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Those are the 3 times per week that we have videos. We're gonna have this Friday, Sunday as well, on Wednesday, then on Friday and on Sunday, then we have on Tuesday the live stream in the March 31st. That's it, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next.